these streets with diamonds in our eyes. Out with the vampires under a midnight sky. My mind so hypnotized. It was exciting. It was the 90s. Mama didn't understand it, and Daddy always said that I was going too far. Said there's never any compromising if you try to win the battle to be who you are. I danced to the left, I danced to the right, hold hands with my demons and creatures of night, on an undercover mission to find somebody else like me. Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody out there? Someone who can hear me and drink from the light, to see things from the same side. Is there anybody out there? 5 years later, I'm out with the same old faces and dead end places. Things kept going wrong. I'm getting to thinking my daddy was right all along. So will you take a little walk on the wild side? Be careful that you never slip your hands from the wheel. There's never any compromising when you're blinded by reflections from the part of you that's real. I dance to the left, I dance to the right, hold hands with my demons and creatures of night, on an undercover mission to find somebody else like me.
Hey now, what's up everybody? I hope you're feeling well out there today. And we got an early, massive member bomb from the legend Steve Dave, and a very early Genavision by UnsaltedSkies. What's up everybody? Hope you're feeling good here. Stratford, Connecticut, 7:56 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I am joined in the booth by the one, the only, Atlas. Hello.
Howdy, howdy.
Nice to have you with me for this beautiful Saturday night. Have you been enjoying any of the sports-style festivities today, Atlas?
No sports style for me. Not a sports style guy. Been playing video games.
Oh shit, Rambling Rider Rob, legend, dude. Thanks, my friend. We got the sports-style bombs coming in here, Atlas. Big ups, everybody.
Seeing that.
I'm just letting you know, if those are from Argentina, though, I'm going to have to cut you loose. I apologize. That's just the rules. You know how it goes. That's how
It's
you
banned on site, sorry.
That's how you run your stream, too, right, Atlas?
Oh, yeah, I just make up rules on the fly.
Okay.
Wobblers get banned, too. I don't know.
Big ups, everybody. Let's have some fun here. So, we got, we got a special bonus content for you today. So, first we're going to go through Ask the King, episode 15. Hopefully, usually that sucks, but hopefully there's something funny in there. We usually make it funny. But after that, we have a special edition, an interview put on by Venomous Fat Man, James Lugo himself, interviewing Darkside Phil. This took place in 2020. So I have not heard this at all. I have heard nothing. So we're going to watch that after, and that could be pretty cool. It could be very bad. It could be very funny. We'll see, but anything with James Lugo is very cringe-worthy, so that should be fun. But here's a little to get us ready here. I found this amazing clip that Mishima World Order put in, and if you're not following them, they're the people that make all those AI songs with Phil. One of my favorites is the one where they do Barbie Girl, but Hogan is doing the voice of Barbie, Come on, Barbie, let's go party. But it's Hogan. It's very funny. But they have a little 30-second video here that I thought was pretty funny. So let's start with that, and then we'll get on our way here.
I just gotta say, all you people on YouTube better fucking look out, because now you got someone who actually has time, effort, talent, and I'm gonna put it towards this, and if it works out, you're in trouble.
Uh-oh.
The days of fucking acting like a 5-year-old and editing your voice to sound like an annoying high-pitched kid and going over the internet and somehow getting popularity, those days are over.
Uh-oh.
Because talented people are actually gonna now start to use this medium.
You made a lolcow out of me. Congrats.
Amazing video, dude. I love that. I had to play it. I love that. I love when he's going to say all the things he has, and his list kind of ends at one, but he has to think of more. He does the classic, I got a whole list, but he stops at one.
Oh, yeah, he always does that. Always does that.
I got a lot of stuff. Let me hear that again. The little rundown here. Come on, play.
You got someone who actually has time, effort.
I got time.
I like that was his first one, too. All he really could say is, I have the time.
Yeah.
That's all I can offer.
He definitely has that. That's something he did have after he got laid off, that video. But big ups, Mishima World Order. You're a legend for that. All right, let's get into it. You know the deal. Male motherfucker.
Male motherfucker.
Male motherfucker.
Uh-oh. Ludwig found his question. I have money. I think I do have pignosis. Where's the money kinesis? I can't remember. One of those two. One of those two I have. I'll check
Welcome
it.
to the
You got so many cards, man.
Yeah. Mushroom Kingdom pizza shirt. This was still in use as recent as 2023. I don't think he wears it anymore because we got the drip going now, thanks to LTG. But this was one of those ones that faded brown with the years.
Oh, yeah.
This is a classic.
July 28th, 2011 edition of Ask the King. And I would like to say happy 1-year anniversary to Ask the King. My first DSP's inbox video actually happened in July of last year, so technically this is kind of like the 1-year anniversary of me answering fan
why does he never know?
Fan mail,
right?
fan questions, and such.
He just did this the other day with the React stream, didn't he? Like, this is his 50th, but kind of not.
What I'm going to do, just as I spoke about in my last episode last month, is I'm probably going to do these once a month. It really seems like, again, when I have a chance to save up these questions, I get a couple things happen. Number one, a lot of good questions get asked rather than kind of rushing it every 2 weeks. And then maybe I have a couple good questions, and then I have to use like filler questions. I get better questions if I let it stretch out.
Oh, so he's got to let you know, like, there's been some bad questions. There has been filler questions, everybody, and that's kind of your fault. So now it's going to be.
Yeah, why don't you guys work on your questions? You're letting the guy down.
Yeah.
And then also, what I'm finding now is I'm seeing common themes in a lot of the questions, meaning a lot of people ask the same kind of question. And so now I know the topics that you want to know about, and I can better address those and answer the ones that I know that you think are the most important. So you're going to see a lot of the questions today that I talk about aren't really asked by one specific person, but they're a common theme that I want to address for everyone. So I'm going to be doing these once a month from now on, and there is already a new thread up on thekingofhate.com for the next episode, which will be at the end of August. So go check that out.
Can't wait.
And submit your questions there if you'd like to have a chance to get your questions
I'll be here.
answered.
Waiting.
One thing I would like to answer before I start is a lot of people have been saying, Phil,
what are we looking
how
at?
do you go about answering these?
That one got a long look. Look at this. He's looking at this.
Look at his like thumb up too.
Yeah.
Like
answer before I
yeah, like a little spill job or something.
start is a lot of people have been saying, Phil, how do you go about answering these
Canadian
questions?
spill job.
Yeah. Oh, gotta get a sip first.
And the answer is, I do actually read every single question.
Oh my
I'm not
God.
kidding you.
Whoa.
There were over 300 questions in the thread for this month's episode. I read every single question, weighed and balanced what I felt were, the more important topics or the things that I could answer better, and those are the ones that I'm going to answer.
I like
so,
Yeah, new edition,
further
new
ado, here
edition.
goes. First question. This is, Dear Phil, people are a lot more forgiving of violence these days.
Okay.
Yeah, whenever someone sees a nipple or
Are they? What? Okay.
Just rampant. They're so forgiving.
Just let them do it, dude. Who cares?
people are a lot more forgiving of violence these days.
Yes, okay, got
Yeah,
it.
whenever
Yeah,
someone
sure.
sees a nipple or an ass, they seem to flip out. At least
Uh-oh.
on YouTube. If we allow blood and gore,
Topical.
why is the showing of breasts so morally wrong? Do you think that movies, games, and YouTube should allow nudity? And that question is from Canadian.
Okay, we start with a great one for a prediction from Atlas. Does he say yes or no to this?
What's the question?
Should YouTube allow nudity?
YouTube?
Yes, that's basically the question.
Oh,
they do allow violence, and why don't they allow nudity?
but not nudity.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with no.
I think he might say no with the reason that they want YouTube to go more mainstream. They can't have nudity because he definitely cares about YouTube being mainstream. So that's my guess. I think we both said no, though, so we'll see.
Yeah, we did both say no.
Now this is an interesting question because
Super interesting.
in the United States, that statement is very correct. Nudity seems to be like, oh God forbid that someone show a nipple or a dick somewhere. I mean, you're gonna lose your head if that happens.
Okay.
They didn't say nipple or dick. They said nipple or ass. He took it there.
He went for
Violence
dick.
seems to be allowed anywhere. Any
Just want to point that out for the
drama
record.
show that you watch, like CSI,
He chose to bring dick
or
into
even
this.
some of these ones that are cop dramas, people are getting shot, blown up, there's blood, gore, they're ripping bodies open. You're like, Jesus Christ, It's very graphic when it comes to violence here, but it seems like
Okay, answer the
nudity is
question.
just like so different. And it's the same thing with YouTube. YouTube, for the most part, it seems like violence is allowed 99% of the time. I mean, look at some of the playthroughs I've done, graphic shit going on in video games, but nudity is
Sneak
very
burp.
looked down upon. So I can make a video game where people's heads are exploding.
That's definitely
every
not
5
the case
seconds. I
though,
can do
because
a
people get
playthrough of it,
like
but I
demonetized
can't
for
do,
violence of like video
a 5-minute
games.
clip,
So
a clip of Duke Nukem Forever where there's titties hanging out. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't seem to make logical sense.
Okay.
In other parts of the world, it's the complete opposite.
How did we take this long
Jesus
to get to this
Christ.
answer? God, he makes it about himself even now. Well, for
yeah,
a guess
we're really
of me.
skating for no reason.
Yeah, it's not very hard.
Europe or Australia,
Europe.
in those places, nudity.
Didn't ask
actually
about
isn't
those
that big of a
places.
deal.
We asked
What
about YouTube.
Violence is, for example, in Australia, they've banned Mortal
Oh my
Kombat
God.
9 and other video games
Whoa.
because they say, they're too graphically,
too
violent.
graphic.
So it seems really like a cultural thing. It depends on where you are in the
Very
world
cultural.
and what the culture is in that country. And I think it's really weird. I mean,
I think their culture is
the bottom
weird, said
line is, and I think
DSP. All
there was
right,
another
moving on.
question here that was similar to this one. Here it is. Here's the other question. I'm going to tie this into the question.
Oh
This
my
is
God!
the question-
What? What are we doing? What? What the fuck?
I didn't even answer the first one.
What? What happened? Hold on. Let me hear this. Holy shit.
I think there was another question here that was similar to this one.
Oh, okay. What?
Here it is. Here's the other question. I'm going
double
to
question.
tie this into the question.
Okay, double
This
question.
is the
Double question.
Your DSP, I've noticed that you censor nudity in your videos.
Okay.
However, I've seen videos
quarter
which are
demon,
flagged
nice
for
pull.
mature audiences, and they have some nudity in them, and they haven't been taken down by YouTube. My question is, why don't you flag your videos instead of having to edit them?
Oh, that's
from
easy.
Seasick.
That's easy. That's an easy answer, because once you flag it for nudity, it's not going to get any ads on it. So, not doing that, bitch. What's wrong with you? Big up
Yeah,
January.
come on.
Yeah.
I need my money.
Yeah, it's easy. January Rose, what's up? Is that a cable box behind him? Does he literally have a TV mounted up there above his PC setup? What a weird setup. That does appear to be a cable box, but could be a few other things. But I know his TV is not there, so I'm not sure exactly what that box is doing up there. It could basically be a clock style thing. Could be 2:43 in the AM right now. But that does appear to be a cable box. But the TV was not over there. TV's pretty far away from here, so I'm not sure what it's doing. Any other people? Someone else might know, but I think that's a cable box. But I don't see how it's being used right now. But anyways, let's hear this answer. This answer is obviously because I want more money, dumb fuck.
To that question quickly, but I'll show you how it ties in,
Okay.
is that
Please.
it's not foolproof for me to do that. Sure. First of all, it's not how YouTube works. I can't flag my own videos, okay? It's up to the users, the YouTube viewers, to flag videos. And when
That's
they
your
flag
guys'
the
fault.
video, YouTube... Someone apparently reviews the video and says either they label it for mature audiences or
Found the finger
they
we're gonna
outright
chew.
ban the video. And I've had videos that were flagged for nudity and banned from YouTube.
Big dig.
So there's no way to just flag the video for mature audiences per se. Now, when it comes down to all this censorship, violence, nudity, the bottom line is this.
Second one.
Who are we really protecting from these things? The answer is obviously children, okay? And so the answer, not the answer, but
At this point,
the
we're
real
protecting
topic here is,
DSP.
why are we
I know.
censoring these things? I mean, why isn't there free reign of information on the internet? Why can't you see violence and
How do we
nudity or
get
whatever
here?
wherever
Free
you want to
reign
see
of
it?
information.
Why are games like Mortal Kombat 9
I don't know. We
banned
still
in
haven't answered
Australia?
the
It's
question
ridiculous.
either.
Not even
And
close.
the real issue at hand here is, why aren't parents
The
doing
real
their
issue.
job of keeping this content out of the hands of their
dumb fuck
children?
parents.
If they really were
Raise your
could do
kids
that,
better, jackass.
and we're good at it, then we wouldn't need all this fucking censorship. There wouldn't even be need for any censorship because, okay, I'm a parent. I'm responsible
Helicopter
for my
parent
kid.
your
I'm a
kids so I can
responsible
post
adult.
boobs on my
I'm gonna
YouTube
make sure
channel.
I know
That's
what
where
they're
we're at.
doing, what they're watching, what they're playing. And so, no, I'm not going to give my child free reign to watch whatever the hell they want on YouTube. I'm going to make sure that when they're on there, they're watching certain things, and there's certain things that I don't like them to watch. And listen, I'm not trying to be hypocritical here. I understand that a lot of my fan base are teenagers. And yeah, I use
interesting.
a lot of my stuff's considered adult content because of the language that I use.
Yes.
But it's up to the parent, the individual parent, to judge whether or not you feel your child is mature enough to see that content.
I still don't know why we're here. I know how we got here, but
the
like,
work of the government. It's not the job of everyone else on the
So
internet.
there should be X-rated shit on YouTube, I guess. So we were both wrong, by the way. He's saying yes, but it's up to the parents now. So there should be nudity on YouTube, but it's up to the parents.
I don't know if this is the most roundabout answer I've ever received. I don't like until he gives me a yes or no. I'm not sure.
Okay,
like, is he
okay.
even answering the question? He's just talking about something else.
It's not YouTube.
Because he does that shit all the time.
Yes.
He'll be like, "Oh, well, you should do this," but at the end of the day, like, it's still like this. So like, until we are at next question, I'm not even
All right,
convinced.
we'll give him a chance. Big ups,
If
fictitious.
you make fun of any stream chatter, Derek or otherwise, you're a
There's
fucking
Derek
loser.
right on top.
No one else's job but the parent. So this really shouldn't be an issue. You shouldn't see things getting banned for nudity and banned for violence
yeah.
because everything we know
sounding
what
like a
exists out
yes.
there. Everything
Yeah.
is going to exist. There's going to be all this crazy shit, and if you're a parent, it's your job to do it. And if you
This
feel
is
it's not your job
very
and you're a
dented
parent,
take.
then you shouldn't be a parent because you're not mature enough to be a parent. Okay? Because
LOL,
that's what
coming
being a
from the
parent is
guy.
all about understanding that there are certain things that your child should know and shouldn't know, should see and shouldn't see,
this?
and making sure that they grow up properly in a safe environment at home. And if you're just letting them go on the internet and watching execution videos from fucking Afghanistan and hardcore fucking porn, when
Hardcore fucking porn. That's pretty hype. Let me hear this again. I think he says car.
from fucking Afghanistan and hardcore fucking porn when you're 13.
Hardcore.
Hardcore. That's for hot porn. Hardcore porn.
As a parent, and it's your fault if that person ever grows up to have things wrong with them. So
Okay.
that's the bottom line. If parents would just
Bottom line.
take responsibility for their
Very
children
quick 3.
and actually raise them properly, you wouldn't have this kind of stupid, oh, it's morally wrong to see nipples on YouTube, and oh, you can't sell MK9 in Australia. It's a preposterous topic, and it just shouldn't happen. It's the government stepping in where they feel that they need to be basically impede in the life of an adult who should be raising their kid. And it's not right, and it's actually, in my opinion, an overstepping of a government's power. But that's just my opinion.
Okay, so YouTube should allow basically everything. So that's what I mean, I'm trying to transcode this. Okay, transcoding this into human speak. YouTube should have everything they fucking want, and it's up to the parents to show what the kids watch. That's what I've learned.
Yeah, execution videos are cool because it's government overreach to say no. Got it. Awesome. Sounds good to me.
YouTube will be a great, long-lasting platform if they have rules like that. Fantastic. Ink Blessing in the house says, oh, this is directed at Atlas. Atlas said today on stream he would marry Kat. And and a lot of people deserve to know why. Oh, excuse me. A lot of people deserve to know why. Is it because he's 5'3"? Do you have an answer for this, sir? Sir
Well, I
Atlas?
want to start with I'm not 5'3". I want a record. I'm the 6-foot king. God damn it.
Ooh,
And
nice.
second off,
Congratulations.
the question was I had to marry, bury, and side piece 3 female individuals. One of them was Cobra's new girl, who he ended the dry spell with, Kat, and Melanie Mack. So like, I wanted to play some Skyrim with somebody. So me and Kat get along, you know. That was it. We're just gonna eat DoorDash and play Skyrim. I like Skyrim. That's what's up.
So
Simple as.
Get fucked. Get fucked, everybody.
Yeah, inked. Get fucked.
Big ups Nathan Cooley in the house with a nice Catherine membership. There you go. So I would say the choice of those 3. How about this? I'll step it up a notch. Step it up a notch.
Oh, please.
Gamer Nicole. Have you ever seen Gamer Nicole? I can bring a picture if you need it.
Yeah, could you please remind me? I think I've seen her, but I'm gonna need a refresher.
Okay, I think the only thing I have is her card. That's fine. No, I'll make it simple. Jenna, no Gamer Nicole needed. Jenna, Kat, Panda. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm gonna marry Panda.
Hang on. Kat is in peak cat form, so she is still Chaos Realm.
Oh, that changes everything.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to make it too easy for you.
All right, I'm still gonna marry Panda.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to bury our girl Brazy.
Uh-oh.
And I'm gonna have to side piece Kat.
Nice. I don't want
to grow with a crack habit in my life. It's that simple, man.
I think that's the way you have to think about it. Not to take it too deep, but I think that's the answer. All right, let's go. Let's finally get to our second question. We are 3 bottom lines in. Here we go.
That was a long answer for the first question.
Yes, it fucking was. Good point.
Just so everyone knows, I've been getting over the past year some ridiculous questions about if I'm related to Susan Boyle. The woman.
What?
What? Do you know Susan Boyle? Susan Boyle? I'll get her.
Yeah, go get her. Go get her. It's a name I'm familiar with.
Why the fuck would they say that? This is funnier than you believe. Watch. Here's Susan Boyle. I'll get a picture of Susan Boyle up here. Shout out Susan Boyle. You're a legend, Susan Boyle. Holy shit.
Yeah, shout out Susan Boyle.
God damn it. Who asked this? You're a legend, whoever you are. All right. So the people that are perpetuating this rumor are legends, whoever you are. But here we go. Here's Susan Boyle coming up right on time. This is Say Hello to Susan Boyle. This is not a joke. This is Susan Boyle. This is Susan Boyle.
Looking, you know.
Let me hear what she's a great singer, no doubt about that. But let me hear what he says here.
Just so everyone knows, I've answered
we
getting
go.
over the past year some ridiculous questions about if I'm related to Susan Boyle, who is that the woman who went on I think it was Britain's Got Talent, and she sang, and she didn't look like a singer. She's an older woman, sang, and all of a sudden she was an amazing singer.
What does a
She became
singer
an
look
instant
like?
celebrity.
I know, yeah.
Apparently some YouTube channel
He only sees Shakira as a singer.
of hers or of a fan of hers, like a fan page, made a comment on my channel like a year ago saying that, oh, Phil, my nephew, I love your stuff and keep it up and good luck. No, I'm not related to Susan.
I gotta
Boyle.
find that.
Not her. And
Wait, well, let me get. I think
ALT's got his homework cut out.
I gotta find
channel
that
like
one.
a year ago saying that, oh, Phil, my nephew.
What kind of channel was
YouTube
it?
channel
Yeah.
of hers or of a fan of hers, like a fan
See, that doesn't narrow it down much. A fan of hers or her channel?
page, made a comment on my channel like a year ago saying that, oh, Phil, my nephew, I love your stuff and keep it up and
My
good
nephew.
luck. No, I'm not related to Susan Boyle. That was obviously not her. And people who think that was her, you've all been fooled. So no, I'm not related to Susan Boyle.
LOL, get trolled.
It's still the best. You still are in my head.
Oh, okay. First of all, a lot of questions
Yeah,
on
my
what is the
headcanon
status of
is.
Yes.
S.978. And then I actually had another question about will it affect people internationally? And I've already answered that question, but I'm going to answer it again because I think a lot of people missed the answer. First of all, the status of Bill S978.
I do not care.
Okay.
It's still in committee in Senate. It has not moved since I originally
Bill,
made
do you
the
think
alert
he
video a
killed
month
T,
ago,
or-
okay? That's because our government
Well, it depends on how you
important.
define kill.
is very slow moving, and number two is so busy right now trying to figure out
If you define it as purposely not giving him a ride to put him in danger, then yes, I do.
what they're going to do with this budget deficit, and the fact that we can't pay our bills, that's the only thing on their plate right now, and that needs to be
Who
settled
cares?
before they can consider anything else.
Shut up.
Okay? So the bill is in committee. What will happen is once Congress,
I need Susan
once
Boyle
the
back.
Senate, I'm sorry, I said Congress, I meant to
This
say
is better.
Our light in the
Senate, House of
darkness.
Representatives. Once they finally get all this stuff with the budget settled, and if they settle it within a week, they're going to go on recess anyway for the summer. So it's going to be a month or two, okay, before they really start considering this kind of stuff again. It's going to move on.
We're off to a riveting start, and then we got here.
Public
Yep.
Senate, the public, the entire Senate will vote on it, and if it passes in the
Are we
Senate,
getting Susan vision?
then it will go to the Congress.
Yeah, we
the
got to.
Congress will vote on it. Then
I want someone
if
to
it
ask him,
passes
what is
the
the
Congress,
Senate,
it
and
will
see his
go
answer.
to
You know what I'm saying?
The president for veto.
Oh,
If he
God.
wants to
One
veto
big
it or
bill,
not.
yeah.
And then
Yeah,
if
one
he
big
doesn't
bill.
veto it, then it'll go into law. So you're talking at least a couple months before any action
cares?
happens.
Please shut
Chances
up.
are it won't be on the docket for actually, voting for a while.
I'm gonna start
I
writing
really
in
don't
Phil
think that
Burnell
this
when
will
I go
really
to
get
vote.
passed by
Yep.
until maybe later in the year, if not.
He
the
clearly
end of
knows
the
what he's
year.
talking about.
But what I'm really hoping is that by then, so much controversy gets stirred up that
So much
it just
controversy
gets
gets
shot
stirred
down,
up?
or it gets amended so much that it just becomes so different from what it was meant to be that it doesn't affect video game videos on the internet. So that's the status of the bill
Thank you
right
for
now.
that. Okay.
Now,
Move
some
on.
people are asking,
Oh,
Phil,
God.
I live in Britain, but I live in
Jesus
Ukraine,
Christ.
So
but I
close.
live in Bangladesh. Will it affect me at all or my videos? The answer is, if you do anything on YouTube, the answer is yes. YouTube is a US-based company, regardless of if they have servers in the
Kill
UK
me.
and servers in Canada, and they have other locations for their business, regardless of where you're located, and if you're uploading videos, but I live in the UK or whatever, it doesn't matter. They're a US-based business.
Yeah, stupid.
They will be affected by a US-based law. So what this will mean is that if this law passes in its correct form, YouTube will be liable.
Thank you so much.
I can't ignore it, guys. Sorry.
That's why I really want to bill for any video about it. That's what we're not being viral. Now the news about it. Hopefully, it's going to shut down.
Okay, sorry about that, guys.
All
I
right.
can't not. When he talks about politics and bills, I'm out.
Let's see. Next question.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Hey, DSP. Now that you've played Back to the Future and the Ghostbusters, the game, what other classic movie series would you like to play that continue the originals? I think what he meant to say is, what other classic movie series would you like to see made into a video game and then play that game to see the original story continued? That's from Decoy111.
Okay, any shots in the dark here, Atlas?
Gremlins.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That is a good one. Fuck. Does love his fucking Gremlins. And he can't say Ghostbusters because that's what they already talked about, Nuclear Tractor.
Yeah,
that would be a good
Ghostbusters
answer.
would have been my first
Yeah,
answer.
That's out. Gremlins is a great one. I'll say something like 80s, that he loves those fucking old movies. Like, something like, how about, I'm just going to throw a flyer out there. Something like Predator. Like that kind of aliens.
Predator would've
Aliens.
been-
Aliens. I'll go with aliens. That's kind of a
Aliens?
basic bitch scary movie.
RoboCop would have been
Yeah,
a good.
RoboCop's good.
We did get that actually, kinda.
Yeah, good guesses, everybody. Let's see what happens.
I thought about this a little bit, And for me, I think two other real classic series from the 80s at least stand
Here we
out,
go.
and one of them is Indiana Jones.
Oh,
and what I think
wow.
they should really do is erase
That was
the
in
whole
chat. I've seen
fucking
it.
premise of that last movie.
Who
that
guessed
they made,
it?
The
You're a
Crystal
legend.
Skull, 'cause
Bad
Phantom
Phantom.
Pixels, big ups.
It was just a George Lucas cash-in trying to make more money. It was horrible, and it ruined the franchise. Really, if
ruined
you
the
view
franchise.
the original 3 Indiana Jones movies as a trilogy, it's a classic trilogy, and it's amazing. The body of work there is outstanding.
So it sounds like it didn't ruin the franchise then, huh?
Every single movie is good. That 4th movie
Yeah, that is kinda
fucking
what that means,
balls
huh?
compared to
Yeah.
those 3. So it really is.
It ruined the whole franchise, but if you like the first 3 videos of the franchise are incredible. Okay,
Shame
whatever.
that George Lucas is such a fucking sellout that he did that.
Such a sellout,
But
dude.
Yeah.
I digress. The question is about what do you think would happen? I think if you made a line of Indiana Jones games, maybe his adventures between the movie trilogy, maybe his adventures directly after that 3rd movie of The Last Crusade, I think those could be huge sellers. Make them play like Tomb Raider and that kind, or Uncharted, that kind of game.
Ooh.
They could be good, huge. I really do. I think that the potential is there.
Well, if they
And,
made him play like Uncharted, it'd
another
have to be
series
third
that I
person.
think really would do
So
well is Star Wars, and I'm not
we
saying
know he loves his first
The Force
person Indiana
Unleashed is a
Jones.
fucking prequel that no one cares about because let's face it, this is what's been plaguing movies.
What's-
These fucking prequels. Why are you making a prequel? I already know what happened in the future. I have no
I already know what happened in the future.
That's so regarded,
Like you can
dude.
say prequels, yeah, you can say prequels are dumb, but the reason can't be that you know what happens in the future.
prequels. Why are you making a prequel? I already know what happened in the future. I have no moral or any kind
Moral?
of investment in this movie because I already
What?
know what's
No
going to
moral
happen.
investment.
Oh, I have no moral investment? I think that's like when the wires get crossed when he tries to pull out a big word or like a deep word. He says moral investment. Like what? That doesn't even apply here. What are you talking about?
Idea of watching a movie or reading a good story or playing a good game is you don't know what's going to happen, and so there could be twists and turns and things. I mean, I'll be honest, that whole
thank you.
prequel trilogy of Star Wars movies, sure, I watched them all, but I wasn't at the edge of my seat wondering, oh, what's going to happen, because I knew what was going to happen.
Oh, hang on, but this is so stupid.
Yes.
Because you watch 4, 5, and 6, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, there are these characters. And then you watch 1, 2, and 3, and you're like, oh, that's Obi-Wan. Like, you don't know shit about Obi-Wan before he literally gets blipped in the 4th movie almost instantly. Spoilers
Yeah.
if you haven't seen it for
Yeah.
whatever reason.
Yes.
So, like, why wouldn't you want to figure out who this guy is before he gets blipped? I know what happens. Who gives a shit if you know?
That's the fun of prequels is you do know where they end up, so you want to see how they get there. Oh my god! That's the whole
Exactly.
point of the prequels is how does Darth Vader become evil, kind of, you know?
Yeah, it's the same thing with like Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, yes, it's a prequel, and everybody pretty much has to go eventually because that's how it goes by the time of Red Dead 1. Spoilers if you didn't play it. Came out in 2010. Come on. But like, I don't care. I want to know where these characters came from because they're interesting. Whatever.
He's missing the whole point of prequels is that you do know where it's going, so they still have to throw you some curveballs in there to show how we got to that point of the story, which is kind of cool. But all right,
Really, I wasn't at the edge
I like this part.
of my seat wondering.
That's how he watches at the edge of his seat. This is the edge of his seat. I'm at the edge
Amazing.
of my seat.
Oh, what's going to happen?
I'm
because
clowning anybody at the theater sitting like that.
I knew what was going to happen in the 4th, 5th, and 6th installments. So it made no fucking sense for those movies even to be made.
Yeah, Cantu Adrian says a prequel is DSP throwback. Ack. Yeah, DSP throwback is a prequel.
My
Big ups.
opinion. So for Star Wars, I think what they should do is actually go after the last Star Wars movie, which is Return
Nice
of the
pull,
Jedi,
pecs.
and show how these characters now evolve after the
Great
Empire is
pecs.
crushed. What happens with Leia and Han? Do they have children? What happens with Luke? Does he become a Jedi Master? Does he retire from being a Jedi? Does he go off to seek other adventures in the galaxy because he has these powers and he feels like he has to use them for good? What happens to these characters? All these things could potentially become amazing video games. So, that is what I think.
He
those
knew
are
anything
two
about
real
the
classic
expanded
series that I
universe,
think
he'd
would
know,
make
but that's
into a really
okay.
good
That's
video
fine.
game line. Okay? Keep going here. I got some time still.
We're gonna see some people drop some member bombs.
Big up, Smoky Mountain. Legend, dude. Good luck on your pool, brother.
The next question says, "Hey Phil, have you ever had your heart broken?"
I'll take that one away from Inked Blessing.
Got it.
He doesn't get one.
Ink Blessing, you're out of here.
Fan world.
Have you ever had your heart broken? I am very excited for this question. All right, so as usual, I'm going to get prediction from Atlas. Does he joke this one away or does he answer it? That's the question I have before you.
I think he jokes this one away.
God damn it.
And it's getting very difficult to handle.
I think I agree with you.
Do you have any advice for me?
What's
Recent
difficult to
girlfriend just
handle?
broke up with me, and it's getting very difficult to handle. Do you have any advice?
Better ask DSP what to do. Good point, brother. Good job. This is how you do your life. Girlfriend broke up with him, can't handle it. Ask DSP for his opinion. Good job. Good choice. This guy's
start emailing him anytime I need advice.
For me, it would mean the world to me if you could help. Thanks a bunch, and that's from Laughingtree21.
Oh God, I wish it was like OIC or something.
When the hell did I become the love guru? I mean, what is happening here? You really think that I'm like I'm a stud and I can answer these kind of questions? I mean,
no. No one thought that, brother. No one thought that.
All right, honest answer, yeah, of course I've had my heart broken. Most people have.
Oh, he has. Does he give us more information? We talking about the crush he had that had a boyfriend?
My age, unless you fell in love with like your high school sweetheart and married him, and now
about
you
the
have
hot
a bunch
Latina?
of kids and you
Yeah,
have this
could
perfect
be.
life. Most people have been through ups and downs in love life, and
Yeah, so Frog Machine is dropping that in chat. Phil claimed to be engaged in 2008. I know what you're talking about. I've seen that. I think it was a forum post that he said that. I really think that was him trying to clap back with somebody by trying to be a mature adult. Like, I don't think it was true at all. Like, he does that a lot. Like, yeah, I'm engaged. I think that was like that. Frog Machine, if you could post me that on Twitter, I can send. I know you have the picture because I think I saw it from you. But we can let everyone kind of, because I don't think it's a true engagement. I think it was like, I'm cool, I'm engaged with a hot chick kind of style. But that's what I think. If we can show it, we'll show it.
Style.
Oh, we're going crazy already. I'm saying style.
yeah, I've experienced it, and I guess he's asking. Do I have any advice for him? It's getting too difficult for him to handle. I guess my question would be, how the hell old are you? Because most of my fans are teenagers. So if you're a teenager, laugh it off. You're going to have a lot of time to deal with love in your life, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. Sure, it hurts the most because it's the first time that it's happened, but you're going to learn.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Frog Machine. It was like kind of, I have my own house as condo at the time. I'm good at Street Fighter. I have a hot fiance. I think it was just trying to dunk on people, and it's not true.
Oh,
Over
yeah.
time,
Well, if he's claiming to have a
it's better
house,
in
he's
the
dead
long
wrong.
run
He's never
because
owned a house.
Obviously, if this person who broke your heart, they don't love you, and therefore you wouldn't have wanted to be with them. If you were, it wouldn't have worked out in the long run. As much, regardless of as
Big
much
brain
as,
takes from the guy.
you like that person or
If
felt
they
that
left you,
person,
they don't
absolutely
love
have the
you.
same feelings for you, so there's no reason for you to be heartbroken about it, because the only reason you should be heartbroken is if you really love someone and they really love you, and for whatever reason you can't be together.
That
Yeah,
doesn't make
pretty
sense.
insightful. Maybe I am a love guru. All right.
Oh, my God. That was crazy. Maybe I am a love guru. Ink Blessing in the house, not banned yet.
God damn it.
Thin
God
ice,
damn it.
Thin Ice, Atlas, Thin Ice. Remember who got you on your next React short ass? Ooh.
Damn it.
Who got
a
you
point.
on your next React short ass?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Next question.
He's my co-host for the React.
Greetings,
Ooh, Ink
Philip.
Blessing.
He called me Philip? Only my mom calls me Philip. Anyway,
All right.
greetings, Philip. Who has a bigger dick, Chuck Norris or Duke Nukem?
Oh, my God.
So, what do you think his answer is going to be,
I have,
LT?
nonetheless, legitimate question. I'll say, I think he's going to joke it and say neither something else. That's my guess. Okay, so I know it's not. I can't give you the exact thing, but he's going to say neither someone else does or I do. Yeah.
I was thinking he was going to say I do. I think I do is the answer.
Here you go.
From the bottom of my heart, symbolic. Well, I thought about this. And what I'm thinking is if these two behemoths were ever to collide, that they'd probably get into a giant dick sword fight, and as soon as the heads touched, there'd be such an implosion
Even dumber than I thought.
of fucking creation that everything would immediately cease to exist and be sucked into a black hole. So I don't know who has the bigger dick, but let's not get into a dick measuring contest when it comes to these two. Let's just let them exist as their own entities and pray for the best, because if they ever meet,
Wow.
That was a dumb question. All right.
Oh, that was a dumb answer.
Dumb answer.
Like, that was. There's a lot of ways you can go with that one, but he chose the least funny way.
Anyway.
So great.
Some people have been asking me, will East Coast Customs be returning?
Oh.
And if you don't know what that is, it was a line of joysticks that myself, John Rambo, and Howard worked on last year in 2010. And
it's good,
in
too.
early 2011.
I've watched it.
And they were custom edited sticks. I don't want to say custom made because we didn't make the sticks.
Yeah.
We bought sticks.
Because you took a lot of shit for that. You definitely said you made them back then, though. When he was going on, it was always, look, we made this awesome thing. Now it's like, I don't want to say we made it because he got endless shit from endless people. That's why the verbiage changed
that
here.
were made by Mad Cats, and we basically bought custom parts for them, tweaked them out, put custom artwork on top, and they're really nice looking sticks, okay? And they,
custom artwork that we stole from the internet.
by the way, on eBay, they sold for pretty high amounts of
I'd say
money.
that was
We're
pretty much
talking
the majority of the work they did, was they stole some artwork
Yeah.
offline, got it printed at their local Kinko's, and then just threw it in there and was like, here's
And-
$300. Like,
And I signed it at some of them.
$300 or more, okay?
Oh, wow.
Yes, we would like to do that again. We were very successful
Oh.
doing that, and I think a lot of people loved seeing us build the sticks, looking at the sticks, and the finished products, and then buying the sticks. A lot of people like them. But
Uh-oh.
I said this a couple of months ago, so it's worth reiterating. Right now, we're at a time where there's a lot of fighting games that are popular, and they've been coming out. You have Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Mortal Kombat 9, and now Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade
What does
Edition.
this have to do with anything?
And because there's so many fighting games out right now, the
Parity of
value
sticks.
of sticks has been artificially inflated. Meaning, if you were to go try to buy a basic Mad Catz joystick right now, fighter stick, you're probably going to pay anywhere between $100 to $200. That's how overinflated the prices are.
Okay.
Now, last year when we did these custom joysticks, there was a pretty good sale at madcats.com. It was buy one get one free, so we were able to get two or even three joysticks for under $200 total. And so because of the
any
low
businessman worth their salt that would be in this arcade fight stick style business would have seen that these games were all coming out and would have stashed away some.
You
know?
think so? And he's also
And
saying like, yeah, good point, new contractor. Wasn't the $300 you sold them for a little overinflated too, or should I say artificially overinflated? Which I don't know what's not artificially overinflated. I don't know, but yeah, you're right. He could have planned for that and made a lot more money, but you know.
Yeah, he could have sold it for like $600 if he planned ahead. Like,
it's always better to not prepare.
cost of those sticks, we were able to do that line of sticks. What I don't want to do is end up buying a $150 joystick and then having to put it on eBay with a starting price of like $250 because of the cost of parts and all of that. I want to have these sticks to at least go up on eBay starting at reasonable prices. Now, understood that if they could definitely be bid up, and if they get bid up to high prices, that's great, and that's not within our control. But what we want to do is at least make these available for reasonable prices. So until the
reasonable
cost
price is like $300.
of joysticks drop again,
That's great for who? Purely for DSP only, not the consumer, by the way. Well, that's great.
which we
yeah,
kind of
for you.
expect to happen in the fourth quarter of this year as it starts to die down. It looks like there won't be many major things going on with fighting games later in this year, besides maybe Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Oh God, don't start
but outside
this.
of that,
Who cares?
we're hoping maybe at the end of the year there'll be another deal, buy one get one free or something like that, and then we'll probably jump on that and try to get some more sticks, and there may be another round of East Coast Customs.
Okay, no one cares.
I've still got about 5 minutes left.
All
Let's
right.
keep going. This is a good question. This might end this
Finally.
this part, and then we'll go to another part.
How
A
long
lot
is
of
this
people have
question?
asked me this
How much we got left?
about my history with anime.
5 questions. Ooh, my history with anime. Okay.
Another part.
Ooh.
A lot of people have asked me this about my history with anime. Do I like it? What have I watched? Because when
That's
we were
such a dented way to say it. What's my history with anime? Normal human says, "Do you like anime?" It's not like
Yeah.
Atlas,
And
what's
if
your
so,
history
what?
with anime? I got a question, Atlas. Love your stream. What's your history with anime? What? Like, what the fuck is that?
Kineticon.
Well, the history runs
I
far
talked-
back. We have
Yeah.
beef, actually.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
a little bit about anime, about Dragon Ball Z, about Naruto, about One Piece, and a lot of people have been watching those videos about when I went to that Kineticon convention and saying, "Gee, Phil, do you think about anime? Do you really watch it a lot or a little, or what are your favorites and etc.? So I'll talk a little bit about it.
Answer.
Anime. I got exposed to anime in the 90s. Pretty much the same way everyone did. It's when it kind of crossed the ocean and hit the U.S. And so we started seeing things on TV like Dragon Ball Z, and they became super
I can't relate. Wasn't born in the 90s.
And one thing that I've always said is when I watch anime, you have to watch the original.
2012
the
and
U.S.
after.
versions of anime are heavily edited, heavily dubbed, and they suck monkey balls.
Okay.
So
monkey balls.
you want to watch the original content. It's also the same thing with foreign films. For the most part, you want to watch the original film in the original language and watch it watch it subtitled. Sorry. So
He's playing Yakuza right now with English dubs, which is a crime. That's insane.
So the perfect example
That's
is
Nico
Dragon Ball
Robin Simpson chat. Big ups, everybody.
The U.S. version that originally came out on U.S. TV was awful. It was heavily edited. A lot of the stuff was taken out. Some of it just made no fucking sense because they edited it so heavily. So when I started watching Dragon Ball Z on US TV, I knew there was something wrong there, and I immediately went to the internet and I started watching the series on the internet, and I actually watched the entire Cell Saga, Boo Saga, like all that stuff that happened until the end of the Dragon Ball Z series. I watched online in Japanese before it ever hit US TV. So yeah, I saw the Cell Saga before it even started airing.
He was way ahead of everybody, ahead of the curve.
Wow, what a fucking difference. It was really good. It had don't get me wrong, everyone, infamously says the Dragon Ball Z series has too much filler. There's a lot of talking, there's a lot of, I will kill you because I have the Dragon Balls of power. Well, no, my power is stronger than your power because my power is the most powerful. Well, my power has been tested, and so my power will crush your power with the power of power. And so they do stupid shit like that on that show. And
they have dialogue.
It's funny, but I actually enjoyed the series a lot. I really did. I really enjoyed that series. It was super long, interesting, characters that grew and developed over the course of the series, and you really came to care about them, and I really liked that series, okay? Then I watched Dragon Ball GT,
oh my god,
and I
every single
fucking vomited
series?
all over the place, because that's what happens when
Yeah, we're going to go through them in the worry. I hope you're ready.
Such a huge hit. And then you try to capitalize.
This is riveting for me as someone who has never really seen Dragon Ball. So.
Me neither.
Over the years, I've seen other anime series.
See, so we're in the same boat. This is awesome.
I've
I don't know what the hell we're talking about.
Standalone Complex. I've seen most of that series. I saw. I'm trying to think. Some Naruto, and it wasn't. I saw Naruto way before it hit.
I love how he says stuff. Like, if there's a wrong way to say something, like, I don't care about pronunciation, but Phil always says the maximum wrong. Like, that's just, it's guaranteed. Like, he says it weird every way possible. I think it says Naruto, like the biggest U of all time.
I'm trying to think. Some Naruto, and it was
Naruto.
Naruto.
I saw Naruto way before it hit US TV. I was watching the Japanese version.
Whoa, look at this. We got a weeb on our hands. Watch out, guys. Weeb alert. He was watching it
He's going to come at you with his samurai swords.
And that was because I had
like Cat. That's
friends who were
him and his wife are going to come at you with samurai swords.
One Piece, I got into that also.
Oh, One Piece. Who do you like?
Pretty much I got into One Piece while I was watching Naruto because the website that I was watching the Japanese episodes on had both, and so I started watching it and really liked it. And then of course that hit US TV, and that was complete balls too.
Ink Blessing, gotta bounce. Don't give Atlas any more money. All right, I won't. You called.
All right, my paycheck's gone. Thank you, Inked. So is yours, bud. So is yours.
Some things that I haven't talked about yet. Trigun. I watched the entire
Trigun
series
awesome.
from start to finish. Really enjoyed that series.
Awesome. Please, can we finish this up?
And more recently,
I'm done with it. I'm done with it.
On Cartoon Network when it was on Adult Swim, I watched Full Metal Alchemist.
Shout out Toonami.
Almost the entire series. I think I missed a couple episodes here or there, but I liked it. But near the end of the series, it really seemed to start falling off and not making sense and got really confusing and not very good.
That's probably because you weren't paying attention. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
And then I found
it's getting really confusing, guys, because you don't pay attention because you're half drunk on gin every time you watch it.
Now it's because the series was only very loosely based on the manga, and that over time it actually very skewed from the manga because the manga hadn't gone as far as the series had. And I said, oh, that makes sense. And now they have a new series, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, that actually very closely follows the original manga. And from what I've heard, it's really good. And guess what? I just bought the whole damn thing. I've got box sets 1 through 4, and box set 5 comes out next.
Dude, like he just said it wasn't that great. He just, damn. That's how much he was spending back then. You hear that? Yeah, I kind of like the series. It's
Box
kind of cool.
sets.
Then I bought the whole fucking box set. Damn. We got a high roller here, boys. Damn. Like, I would buy the box set of stuff I really like. Absolutely. You know, like, I love this. I'm buying this. He just, you know, I kind of like it. Buying it. Box set.
Yeah, he's definitely got a spending problem.
Oh, already.
Damn thing. I've got box sets 1 through 4, and box set 5 comes out next week, I believe, and I pre-ordered it. So I'm gonna.
We
watch that series
pre-ordered
from
the
start
box
to
set.
finish.
He didn't even know if he liked it yet.
Jesus.
It'll feel like a more complete story than what the original Full Metal Alchemist series was, because it really didn't feel like a solid story. It sounded like there were problems with it. So.
Okay.
All right.
And perfect timing, because my timer just went off. So that's it for part 1.
Here we go, Ask
Be sure
the
to
King.
come back for
Bye-bye,
part
Ask the
2,
King.
where I have a
Halfway.
whole entire other page
Hell
of
yeah.
questions
Oh,
to answer.
he flashed the paper.
Oh, yeah, that was final. That was our first paper flash. All right, here we go. Next part was part 1. Get ready. We got a whole part 2 now.
Mail, motherfucker.
There we go.
It's like origami.
I don't know why it says 2 there.
Welcome back to part 2 of Ask the King
Oh,
for July
cheers.
28th, 2011. Another entire page of questions, so let's get into it.
Yes, please.
Next question. Phil, have you ever heard of video bumping? It's a way to put your videos back up on people's sub boxes, even if they're old, by utilizing YouTube glitches. That way you can actually get more exposure,
Okay.
but content from other users is basically constantly on the bottom. What do you think about this?
Okay. Prediction Atlas time. Does he think this is a good practice or not?
No.
He's going to say
I
it's a bad
think
thing?
I think he's gonna say it's a bad thing because it's a way for people to abuse the system, and it wasn't intended to be that way. And people are just like scummy and trying to take advantage. And if they had talent, then they wouldn't have to do that. It's gonna be a whole thing.
I think it's just another reason to not use my sub box, and that's from Dodver76. Yeah, this is the problem with YouTube, and I found this more and more, and I've actually found out that a lot of the top people on YouTube really only got there because they found all these glitches on YouTube. Yeah, that's right.
Got 'em.
A lot of the most popular people
Like
on
a
YouTube,
book.
sure, they
Like
make
a
some
book.
entertaining stuff,
Got
but they
'em.
found ways to abuse the system.
Yes, no one at the top of YouTube has any talent. They've all used exploits. Okay? You heard it here first, guys.
To either, for example, show up as the only video in your sub box or the top video in your sub box all the time, or on the main page of YouTube,
It's like
they would mistag
the whole thing
your
is
videos.
that's so
and say,
stupid.
Yeah, and it's so...
Like he
got
the
his-
equivalent-
Go ahead.
It's the equivalent of like playing a video game, right? And then like, oh, he's only winning because he's using the best gun in the game. Like, yeah, that might be true, but like, do you want to win or do you want to keep losing and complaining about it? Like, those are your options here, Chief.
Yes,
you get one or the other.
And he's being so blind to what he did and not considering what he did as exploits, even though he would release literally 20 and 30 videos a day. You know, like that's also exploiting. You know.
Yeah, he's complaining about like the one tap AK in CS:GO when he's sitting there head glitching the whole round.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It's like,
you're
all
both
right.
doing something nobody wants to see. So how about we just move on?
Yes.
like, for example, if it was a comedy video, they would tag it as educational. And of course, think about it. A funny video versus an educational video. Obviously, the funny video, especially if it goes viral, gets more views. So,
Okay.
if you tag it as
not even going to try to decode that. If it goes viral, it will get more views.
Sounds good to me.
educational, show
All right,
just
whatever.
gonna have to agree.
section, and it gets on the front page every single day. I actually found this out, that a lot of the top YouTubers are doing this. Not only have they been doing it, that's how they got so popular, and that's how they're making so much money and getting so many views, because now they have the viewer base for being on the main page every single day. It's funny, because whenever I get a video on the main page of YouTube, it gets gigantic. The video about Bill S. .978 got on the front page of YouTube, became massive.
Did it?
I remember when I played Batman Arkham Asylum, the demo for that game, part 2 of the demo, for whatever reason, got to the main page of YouTube. One of the biggest viewed videos ever on my original Dark Side Phil channel.
Yeah,
so it seems like if you can find a way to get it there, it becomes huge. Now, I don't abuse the system, as you know.
I don't abuse the system, as you know.
I don't at all. I don't use any of the exploits. I don't do contests
None
that
of
abuse
them.
YouTube. I don't at all. I don't use any of the exploits. I don't do contests that abuse YouTube.
I don't do contests. By the way, the contests were like, if you like this video and are sub to my channel, you get something. You know, I'll send you a t-shirt, which is a contest. It's not exploiting anything.
I don't do anything like that. I want to succeed on my own merits. That's the kind of person that I am.
Yeah. So upload 40 videos a day. That's your merits.
I watch my videos. They'll watch them. They'll spread the word, and by word of mouth or whatever, I've become popular.
Right.
Now I'm not huge. I'm not Ray William Johnson by any fucking means.
Shout out to Ray William Johnson.
But
I was just about to say the name drop on RWJ.
Very, you know, I'm happy with what I'm getting on my videos. I would love for it to be blown up, but I'm not going to take measures to try to do that. Okay.
Sounds very smart. By not wanting to grow. Sounds good. I like. No, what he's really saying here is, I like the amount of work I'm doing now, and I don't want to do any more work. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. We'll let the cards fall where they may, but this is the amount of work I'm going to do for perpetually. I mean, that's what he's saying.
The reason I'm really addressing
and there's people like that, you know, at real business style jobs as well. You know, the guy who doesn't want to do any extra work and instead just wants to slack off and do the same shit. Like, and that guy can be helpful, but he can also be really obnoxious and not pleasant to work with. Yeah. So
it sounds like, he's happy. Basically, that's it. I'm happy where I'm on level 1. Yep. I'm happy I'm on level 1. That's fine for me.
People have been asking me personally in the past month. They've been sending me messages.
That was a big one. That was very aggressive. I heard that too.
People have been asking me personally in the past month. They've been sending me messages saying, Phil, are you video bumping? Because for some reason your videos seem to be #1 in my box. I shouldn't have said box because that could be in my subscriptions box.
Oh, nice. Sexual side, Phil, with a little innuendo.
Oh, with that face. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Check out my box.
He
made himself laugh.
I don't even know how to video bump. Let me put it that way.
That's the real problem here. I don't know how to do it. I would if I could, but I don't know how.
I have no idea how to do it. I didn't even know about it until people started messaging me about it this past month. What I think is happening is I put out so many videos a day. You know, I put out anywhere from 10 to 30 videos a day.
30.
That my videos are probably going to be at the top of your box because I probably have the most recent video.
I was going to ask, why would he bother bumping? Because his video's always going to be in there.
Yeah, so there's no point to him bumping. Yeah.
That's unfortunately the problem with their subscription.
So you don't know what bumping is or how you do it, but yet you know all the top YouTubers are doing exploits to get there. Sounds good. Sounds good. I wonder how you got that information. Go ahead.
And he's practically bumping without having to actually bump. Like it's the same practice, really, by just spamming the videos like he does. He's actually no better, except those videos were probably better in quality.
Let's be clear, we don't even know who's bumping. We don't know if the top YouTubers are bumping. This is he probably saw in his inbox and like, oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I've also heard, guys, from a lot of people that people are bumping, and like the biggest YouTubers are all bumping. It's like, all right, where's your source? Source, please, sir. Source
system, and that's why I said previously.
You know his sources. He made it the fuck up.
I don't recommend anyone try to follow my content through your subscriptions box. I really don't, because the subscriptions box has so many problems. Number 1, a lot of the times videos don't show up. Number 2, they don't show up in the right order. Number 3, there's video bumping that abuses that and screws it all up.
Okay.
There's really no reason to use the subscriptions box on YouTube. It's been bugged forever. It's really been bugged for like a year. People have been complaining to me about problems with it. If you like my content, I recommend that you go to my website, thekingofhate.com. On the main page, it's a great menu. You're going to see my most recent video in a preview. You're going to see all of most recent videos from dspgaming listed, and then you're going to see all the most recent videos from DSP Street Fighter listed. So for the most part, all the important content is going to be listed on that main page. That's what I recommend you do. Because again, subscriptions are just not very reliable. They have 100 problems. But as for video bumping specifically, no, I've never done it. I don't know how to do it. And again, I don't use these methods to blow up my videos or overinflate views on my videos. I never have and I never will. And it's sad. It really is sad that people need to do that. Because what that means is number 1,
I thought we were about to be done with
their
this
content wasn't good enough.
Now we start answering the question, basically.
Viewed enough. And so they have to take
we were just getting started. I thought we were done.
Number 2, they don't value your...
he found something he wants to bite in the middle of this list. What?
To get more views.
All right, here comes number 2.
Number 2...
Holy shit, I want that.
They don't value your time.
I gotta remember where that one's at.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I'm gonna shove myself down your throat.
Oh, God!
is,
Well, that's a sound
I
clip.
don't think that's allowed.
Here's a sound clip.
I'm gonna shove myself down your throat, and you're gonna like it.
Oh.
So that's not
Oh
fair
my
to
God.
you as a
Oh,
viewer. You should have equal opportunity to see all the videos that you're subscribed to, not just, you know, the ones that people want to fucking bump. And number 3, those people are greedy. They're insanely
there's
greedy.
the key.
They will go through any means to get on top. It's kind of like just in the business world where people stomp on other people's backs to get to the top of the business ladder and don't care about who gets hurt to get there.
Right.
Those are the kind of people that
he's
are
the little
video
guy.
bumping. So just
Everybody
know
is
that.
awful.
If anyone you've ever watched, if you found out that they video bump, that's the kind of person they are. You might want to think twice about following them. But the other thing is, a lot of people always
Fuck you, Ray Williams.
ask me, Phil, why do you have so few subs? Right now I have over 76 million views.
Oh, it's an interesting number, isn't it?
Total views, video views on my channel DSP Gaming.
Whoa.
I only opened that channel in April of last year,
Oh
so
my
in
God,
just
dude.
over a year, 76 million views. Compare that to other popular people.
Oh my
For example,
God.
and I'm going to say Machinima partners. There are a lot of Machinima partners
Yeah.
who have like 100, 200, 300,000 subscriptions, and not even close to my number of views. Some of them have like 20 million views total.
Okay.
And they've had channels open for 5
I wonder if
years.
that's because you're posting 30 videos a day.
That might have
And
something
if
to
someone
do with
actually cares, you're getting 30 views from one person.
Okay? The reason is, the real reason that I have so few subscribers
it. Here's the real reason, guys.
is because YouTube's subscriber box is bugged and doesn't fucking work, and it's annoying the way that it works.
Okay, so I did nothing wrong. YouTube did everything correct. Got it.
A lot of people, and I'm not
A lot of people.
Okay.
Get ready.
exaggerating, over the years I've been working on YouTube,
Working.
I've gotten so many messages from people saying, Phil, I really like your content. I really enjoy it. But I can't subscribe to you because when I subscribe to you, YouTube's fucking subscription box is a piece of shit.
That's my-
And
Just want to be clear here. YouTube's subscription box is working exactly as it should because it's showing you the videos that your people you're subscribed to put out. DSP is the one choosing to have 30 videos every day. So before
I was gonna say that's exactly why people aren't subbing to him. He's talked about this before on this very show that people go out of their way to tell him I cannot sub to you, even though I do like your content for whatever reason.
Yes.
Because you just spam the shit out of my inbox.
So it's not a YouTube problem. It's a DSP business practices problem.
And yes, you upload, say, 15 to 30 videos a day. That's all I can see because it floods my box with your videos and everything else gets jumbled and pushed.
Yeah,
And I
sounds
can't see
not
anyone
cool,
else's
right?
videos. So I will continue to follow your stuff. I'll continue to watch your videos, but I can't subscribe to you because YouTube's functionality sucks. That's why I have so few subscriptions. I know a lot of people are like, wow, I can't believe Phil only has, 83,000 subscriptions, but he has 76 million fucking views. That doesn't make any sense.
Ooh, good
You're
question.
right, it doesn't.
Biz Beans asked, are you related to Susan Boyle, Atlas? I was wondering that myself.
Yes. Yeah.
Confirmed.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Yeah.
Confirmed. All right, let's go.
It's because people just are watching my stuff, but they're not subscribing because YouTube's functionality is fucking balls. Now, if YouTube
Have you ever
gets
wanted
their
to write your
fucking
name in
act
wet
together
cement?
and fixes the problems, maybe I'll get more subscriptions, but
I'm adventurous like that.
you know how fast YouTube is to react. I've been here for 3 years on YouTube, and the site still sucks.
Okay.
Anyway, let's get back on
Yeah, got him. Fuck you, YouTube. What a burn.
Dunked on him. Get him out of here.
All right, big ups. Kevin says, if someone pushes out that many videos, I am out. Yeah, you'd think so. You'd think. I mean, he's not wrong, but he's blaming the wrong person. He
Topic
should
here.
blame himself.
Let's see.
All right, Kevin, be ready for my new updated schedule.
this
We're doing
question
30, 40-minute
Actually, from a
videos
Brazilian
a
fan. He
week.
says, hey,
That's
Phil,
what we're doing.
you said in one of your videos that console-exclusive fighting game characters such as Kratos,
Oh, God, fighting game. We were doing good. No fighting game shit.
Yeah,
Here
I thought we
go.
were going to make it through the whole night, to
Big
be
ups,
honest.
Fix-
We were on a roll.
Fixed Speed says, this stream has more viewers than Phil's right now. Hey, come on. We didn't have to get a stupid football helmet on. We're winning. We're winning.
you said in one of your videos
No,
that
that stream
console-exclusive
sucked too, man. It was, oh my God, it's so bad.
I've seen 0 seconds, thankfully. I got to check it tomorrow.
Yeah, you're better off
fighting
that
game
way.
characters.
Oh, by the way, Ann Lee on the show tomorrow. Ann Lee is going to be on that. Being
Oh,
Said
big
tomorrow.
ups, Ann.
Because Ann
Hell
Lee's
yeah.
watching most of this thing today. So good option, good choice for guests. We thought so. Ann Lee in the house tomorrow. Let's go.
such as Kratos, and the
Oh, God.
you said in one of your videos that console-exclusive fighting game characters such as Kratos and the PlayStation 3 version of Mortal Kombat 9 are banned from tournament play.
Yes.
What about DLC characters? they seem to be the same kind of deal, since you have to choose if you want to play
Answer
with or
questions
against
very much
them,
like this last
and you have
week.
to pay to download those
Yeah, they
characters.
just referenced it because he was talking about Kratos being an MK9 and
now,
all
I didn't
that.
download any of the new DLC characters, and even with the compatibility pack, I got to play just a few matches against them. Then last week I decided to enter a tournament, and I didn't stand a chance against a player who was using Kenshi because I didn't know half the moves that he used, and I didn't know what was going on. Should DLC characters be banned from tournaments? Or are there certain conditions
we're being
or
broke.
rules to
Come
use
on.
them? And that's actually from Julio.
All right, we got 18 minutes left. I'm very worried. I'm very worried how long this is gonna go. Anime 109 says hamster slam. All right, you want a hamster slam? I can give it to you. Have you ever seen a hamster slam?
I'd love a
Atlas?
hamster slam.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I love it. I'm a big fan.
Let's wait till the nerdy Asian says bye. Sorry, Phil. She doesn't want to go to the dance with you, nerdy Asian. Here we go. It is time for the hamster slam. Go! Don't do this. Please don't do this. Oh! He has a family.
Oh my God.
He has a family.
God.
Time for a rousing hamster suplex.
Oh my
Broke it in half.
Very interesting question.
monster.
And this
Very interesting. How high can we go?
and that's actually from Julio. Very interesting question. And this ties in with another common question that I've gotten from many people about how do I feel about the 4th DLC character in Mortal Kombat 9 being announced that it's Freddy Krueger.
Oh my
That's right,
God.
it's not any classic Mortal Kombat character returning. It's actually Freddy Krueger
Sounds
from
pretty hype,
horror
dude.
movie fame.
That's pretty cool.
Well,
Yeah.
you want my really honest opinion?
Uh-oh.
I don't like the fact that any characters are DLC content at all. In my opinion, if you pay $60 for a game, you should get the whole fucking game, okay?
Ooh.
And if that means, that the game gets delayed 3 more months, then you should get delayed 3 more months and get 5 more characters,
Okay, yep. Who cares? Don't care
Perfect
already.
example. Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Frank West, who has now been announced as a character who's going to be in Ultimate MVC3, he was actually in MVC3. He was in the game, but during the playtest phase, they found that for some reason there were certain moves of his that were slowing the game down, and sometimes he actually crashed the game. So what did they do? They fucking took him out of the game and released it without him, instead of fixing the problems and then having the game come out later. That's
Anyone with a brain knows how stupid that
right.
is.
They're actually
So
doing
no
this with
comment
games now. They're
necessary.
saying, oh, fuck it. We want to get it out in February, push it out in February, and we'll fucking just do DLC later. And it's ridiculous because as a consumer, we shouldn't have to stand up for it. I'm paying $60.
As a consumer, we shouldn't have to stand up for this.
That's a sentence
You'll
that
get
he
that.
said.
You'll get that later. That'll make sense later, I guess.
It's ridiculous because as a consumer, we shouldn't have to stand up for it.
Well,
I'm
consumers
paying
have bad backs, dude. They
$60.
can't stand up. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, there's Pignosis, Max. Max Dead with the Pignosis. There you go, Ludwig Von. We got it.
Or whatever the cost is in your country of your hard-earned money for a complete game, and in a lot of cases, you're not getting one.
Oh, yeah.
And so when you're talking about the DLC characters for MK9, do you want my honest opinion?
Yes.
In my honest opinion, no, they shouldn't be allowed in tournament play because it's not fair that one guy paid $60 for supposed to be a full game, and then another guy paid $80 and got 4 more characters, and now he's better than you because he knows these characters. It just doesn't make sense.
Okay, don't care. And now,
in my opinion, there shouldn't be any DLC characters for a charge. They should all be included in the game.
ALT, you gotta let him
Or they
cook.
should be free downloads. That's an even playing field
so
for
close
everyone.
to fast forwarding.
And it's just not fair. It's not. Now, on the flip side of this, if you're gonna do more characters,
Now we're on the flip
you should
side.
do a new
We're
release
starting
of the
over.
game, meaning Ultimate MVC3.
Oh, that'd be so hype. I thought of an idea. So, like, if he says on the flip side of that, because he does say that a lot, I should flip the screen. That'd be kind of
That's
hype.
hard. I like that.
That'd be kind of hype.
Yeah.
All right, I'll look into that if that's even possible. I don't know, but that's how most of this
new
shit happens. I'm
release.
like, that
And
looks
so-
kind of cool. Let me try to see if I can do it. And then it sometimes works, sometimes doesn't.
It's not like people.
You're a
who are
wizard
playing
with your stream
MVC3
setups. I don't know how you do
enter a
any of
tournament
this
and
shit that
have
you
a
do.
disadvantage because someone's
Thank
using
you,
Ghost
sir.
Rider. No, because it's a completely different game.
All I do is
I think
the magic of doing stuff is just Google, and that's something that Phil cannot do. You know, Phil just says, "I don't know how to do that. What's wrong with that?" But all you have to do is Google. That's basically it for everything.
Yeah. I don't even know what you're typing in, man. Like I was like, how do I get Jenna on this screen? Like Google's not gonna tell me.
Get Jenna. Just type Jenna enough times, she'll show up. It's like Beetlejuice. You say the-
in a tournament setting because it's a completely different release. It's considered a different version of the game.
don't care.
But if you're just going to release characters
Please.
like with MVC3, Jill and Shumaka Roth, It's not fair. It's not
Okay, yeah. I was gonna do that. Meerkat Mob? Who? We need that for here. Who?
these characters, like with MVC3, Jill and Shumakara.
Who?
It's not fair. It's not fair to people who
I still
can't
didn't
get
it.
it.
don't want to play with the DLC characters
Jill
for
and
whatever reason.
Jokamara?
Another major problem that people are finding
Yeah,
is
there you
that
Who?
all these patches, all this DLC content, when you're in a tournament setting, a lot of the times, some of this content doesn't work if you're not connected to the internet, which I think is absurd, but it's absolutely true. Some patches for games like MK9 and Marvel 3 don't work properly if you're not connected to the internet. And in addition to that, not everyone has all this stuff. So if you're at a tournament, and okay,
We're entering minute 4. We're 3 minutes and 30 seconds into this
you
question.
need 5 PS3s. Okay, so I bring mine, and mine
To
has
me,
the
you would
DLC
think that if
content.
you're willing to
Well,
go
then I
to a
asked
tournament
3
to
of my
play
friends
these
to bring
games, you
some
just shell out the
PlayStation
bucks to get like all the shit for it. You know,
You're
like
paying a hotel for $150 minimum, and okay, let's say you split it, it's $50. But DLC is what? Especially these days, it was that best $10-20. Come on, man.
yeah, he said, you buy the $60 version, that guy buys the $80 version, he gets what, 4 characters or whatever. Like you're telling me you're spending $50 on a hotel to go think you're the best, but you can't spend $20 to see all the characters?
I know, and it's
Like I don't think it's a good business practice either, but come on, man.
His excuses are like for fighting game tournament players. That's like, again, 0.11% of everyone is doing
with me,
less than
or,
that,
or
actually.
with them, so that we can play this tournament. Maybe they don't have the games. Maybe they're just donating their PS3s. Now you're in a fucking shitload of trouble because some consoles have the characters, some consoles don't have the characters, some consoles are patched, some aren't patched. It's a complete and utter fucking nightmare. Okay? It was so much easier back in the day when you would have to buy a new disc to play a new version of a game, because then you just buy the disc, put it in, and everyone has the same version of the game. So I really don't believe in DLC characters. I think it's complete and utter bullshit, and I don't think they should exist.
Here comes
as with
it is
Freddy
what it
Krueger
is.
and MK9,
Guaranteed.
again, as a DLC character, I think it's bullshit. I don't think that there should be DLC characters.
It is what it is.
But I like Freddy Krueger. I am a fan of the movies, Nightmare on Elm Street series. And I think it's neat that he's finally in a game.
Pretty neat.
I think it's about time because, I mean, we've had how many games of this kind of horror nature, goriness, and we haven't had any of these guys in a game. A lot of people are complaining,
Why would
saying,
that
"Oh, well,
cross your mind?
this isn't fair. You should have had another classic Mortal Kombat character in the game."
Bottom line?
I understand if you're an MK purist that's a problem, but get over it. Don't download them then. Really, then just don't play with them. They wanted to put something neat in there. Obviously, it's a cash-in. They're trying to make money. Yeah, that's what these companies try to do. They try to make money. That's how they stay in business. So I understand why they did it.
What?
I personally think it's neat that he's in the game.
Now we're kind of like turning around on DLC real quick. It's like, yeah, they're trying to make money. I get it.
I was just about to say, did we do a full 180? Because at first we were like, I think it's bullshit. They shouldn't do this. And now he's like, oh, I get it. It's he talked himself into being convinced that DLC is a good idea and he loves it. What are we talking about?
I don't think he should be played in tournaments.
Oh, okay.
But that's just my opinion.
It is
Okay.
what it is? No.
So now we've talked all about DLC characters.
Oh, quick
Okay,
shot
got the
real
look.
People want to know what
Push
are my
around.
thoughts on Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which was announced at San Diego Comic Con.
my
Who asked
God.
that?
A couple common questions
asked
are,
that?
for example,
When
how
I
do
find
feel
out who
about this
asked
being
that, I'm
announced
coming for you.
Get him.
so soon to the game of original Marvel 3 just being released in February? That's a valid question.
it's super
Another
valid.
common question was, how do you feel about being disc only? Meaning, you actually have to go to the store and buy another disc. It's not a DLC like Arcade Edition was for Super Street Fighter 4.
Who cares?
I think I've already addressed the disc issue. I actually like the fact that it's a disc. I think it's gonna suck if you have to pay another, say, 40 or 50 bucks to buy it. I don't know if a price point has been announced yet. I'll tell you this, I'm not paying $60 for it. That's fucking bullshit. So it has
Put
to
his
be a
foot
cheaper
down.
price, because it's the same game with some tweaks and new characters. Just like they did with Super Street Fighter 4, they have to do the same here with Ultimate MVC3.
Oh, yeah.
But I like the fact it's a disc release. It solves a lot of these compatibility problems for everyone.
Okay, don't care. Go.
But how do I feel about it being announced only 6 months after the original? And how do I feel about what they're saying? Well, first of all, they're saying they're adding 12 new characters. Well, actually, no. They're adding characters.
I didn't
some of
even know
which
these
were in the
fighting
original
games
game,
existed
like I said,
like
Frank
this, where they had like
West, who they
100
took out because they
versions.
couldn't
I
do
too
like I
many
was a
fighting
Mortal
games.
Kombat.
That's what I've learned.
I was like a Mortal Kombat fan beforehand. Like you get one release and you get DLC characters and that's it. Like that was.
Oh God, come
the
on.
bugs in time for the release window that they wanted to release the game in.
Okay, who cares?
I like the fact that Capcom is responding and saying that there needs to be gameplay tweaks. Now, if you remember, a couple months ago, there was a compatibility patch that came out, and what happened was
I remember.
gameplay. They made Sentinel's life significantly less because people were complaining that Sentinel was
Talking
too
about
powerful. He had super
patch
armor,
notes,
he had way too
really,
much life.
right now.
Because of that, he was one of the best characters in the game. I like the fact that they're trying, but I dislike the fact that, once again, they seem to consult the wrong fucking people. They're nerfing characters like Tronbon and Hagar.
Shout out to
Tronbon.
Tronbon and Hagar. Who's Tronbon? I gotta see what Tronbon looks like. I'll let him talk first. I don't
People. They're nerfing characters like Tronbon and Hagar.
Tron-
Tronbon and Hagar aren't even considered the top tier of the game, and they're not winning tournaments anywhere in the world, but these are the characters that they're nerfing. They're not nerfing, they are nerfing Wolverine, and he does need to be nerfed in my opinion. He's one of the best. But where are the nerfs for the characters that are winning every fucking...
All right, well, Tronbon might have some simp fans. I know this. Tronbon is a
I've seen it in chat already. I didn't even know it was a girl.
Tronbon is a female-style character, so big ups Tronbon fans. Here we go. Here comes Tronbon. Hold on. Oh, get out of here. Full-size image. There we go. Here comes Tronbon. I'll let him keep talking.
Tournament. I don't understand their mentality here. What they really need to do is stop bullshitting around with, we need to nerf an overpowered character, and realize the whole game needs to be nerfed because characters shouldn't be allowed to kill you with one fucking combo.
Oh.
And that's the problem with Marvel 3 right now. The reason
Can you make fun of any stream chatter?
the majority of people who are tournament level players at Marvel vs. Capcom 2 actually don't play Marvel 3 right now. And the reason is because the game literally is now a one-hit kill game. You get hit once, that character will lose 100% life because the combo system in that game is too easy, too high damage, and it's like a touch of death. You get touched once, that character's gone. And then in some cases, depending on who you're playing with, there's actually situations where when your next character comes in, you can actually mix them up and try to hit them once, and then they die. So it really could become just instant death.
You see Cobra broke his dry spell?
Yeah, let's talk about that. That's pretty cool. I say good for him.
I do too. Definitely in his league. I kept Snood was sending me a bunch of gross stuff of him slapping her ass from the streams. Yeah, it was gross.
Yeah, a lot of people are having fun with that. But I was joking, what if he becomes the top of the line businessman after this? All it took was that one load. Once he got it out, now he becomes master businessman. He's going to be a CEO in just a few years now. He just had to get that dry spell out. Now it's going to be all looking up.
He said he's feeling lucky. He's going to win the lottery and build his clock tower dream house. So I think it's time for Cobes to shine.
Big ups GBRC says, as he likes Freddy Krueger, everyone that can spam Phil's chat. Welcome to never being prime time. Well, here's the thing. Even though he says he likes stuff, he probably couldn't tell you one thing about Freddy Krueger except he has spikes on his hands. That's probably it. He likes everything but knows nothing, Now
it's not instant, but it really is pretty much death guaranteed if you get hit. And it makes no sense. Why do we have a fighting game like that? Why do people like it? That's not competitive. That's stupid. That's, who can get the first hit? I win. Might as well fucking flip a coin. It's stupid as hell. So I don't understand why people think that this game is so good. It really isn't. And first when the game came out, people didn't know about these
You're the Dream Warriors. I know
massive 100% combos.
I know it, dude.
And so it wasn't that bad. The first couple months there, February, March, when
you
were at...
This is the worst question ever, I think.
Winter Brawl, when you were at Final Round. Those tournaments were really hype around the game. Now,
so hype.
Honestly, it's really become a spectator game, meaning the players just play it because they feel like they look good playing and they can win money, and they really like the game how they play it. And spectators like, it's flashy, how it's hits, how it's hits, it really is a spectator sport. It's really not game players, it's not. And that's what you get ultimate. And it's really a game. Right now it's not. For someone who's been playing for 20 years and 20 long, that means not very game. Well, right now it's spectators watching. I feel like it's make the MCM like 1 2, so maybe that's the time like over, then we got it. But that's my game.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry about that, guys. I couldn't. We all couldn't survive through that. We couldn't live.
Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3.
Yeah, there was no way.
Marvel 3. I only have a little bit of time left, so I'm going to get through some
I wonder why.
A lot of people want to know about my feelings about Mega Man Legends 3 being canceled. Now, quick backstory. Mega Man Legends 3 was announced to be a Nintendo 3DS title. It was up on the Capcom Unity forums. There was a big development section of the forum, supposedly, where
it's fine.
They wanted
it's kind
fans
of play too
to
much, though. Separate ways. You can't... it's a great song, but it's you've heard it.
And say, what would you like to see in this game? what kind of
I don't even know what we're talking about.
you know, they really wanted to get fan opinion. And
Susan
after
Boyle
several months
Susan.
of fans posting up there, all of a
together.
sudden it was announced at San Diego Comic-Con that Mega Man Legends 3 is canceled. And then they actually went on to blame the fans. They said, we didn't feel that there was enough fan demand or fan interaction.
This is how I'm doing.
With the game, so we canceled it. And this is coming hot off the heels of them also canceling Mega Man Generations, which was going to be another really cool.
This is how my stream turned out today too. I just spent time playing around with Cobra gifts.
So, two Mega Man games within 6 months have been canceled, and now people are wondering, will there ever even be another Mega Man game? Will they make Mega Man 11? Or is this the end of Mega Man? And then to boot, as like the extra kick in the ass, then they announced Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. So basically Capcom saying, we're going to make a fighting game and then release a sequel within 6 months, but fuck Mega Man. He doesn't deserve anything.
Yeah, fuck Mega Man.
A spit in their face.
Fuck
He's a bitch.
You know, he's always been an asshole. Fuck that dude. Fuck that little robot.
Ass, like they're being disrespected as Mega Man fans. Why does Capcom now seem to be cashing in, and they're all about money?
Proto Man, son.
Little improvements to fighting games and making more money off of it rather than worrying about one of their greatest IPs. And I kind of understand that.
Who knows, Chris Dorner, Respecter? Who knows?
Unfortunately, that's business.
I was about to accidentally respond to that.
Really,
Just out of the blue, like, I don't know,
until
man.
Street Fighter 4 came out, they were
I
starting
think
to
it was. What do you think about some game getting canceled?
get into a slump. Resident Evil was starting to slow down. A lot of people didn't really like Resident Evil 5. What other major IPs did they have, you know? They were trying it with Lost Planet and stuff like that, and those games were starting to lose acclaim. So they really needed to do something, and so now they've realized fighters are what we do well. Fighters are always what they've done well, and so they're going back to that formula. And I fully expect that for the next couple of years, you will see Capcom completely focused on fighting games, and then just like it did in the 90s and early 2000s, the market will get oversaturated.
I don't think they did that.
Will run out. The games will start to die out again, and then Capcom will go back to focus on other stuff. So I wouldn't worry too much. I don't think Mega Man's going to die.
We got like a bunch of Resi games. We got like a bunch of Dead Rising games.
A lot of people are asking me about Team Fortress 2.
A lot of people.
As you know, I have a server for Team Fortress 2
Ooh.
that is actually maintained by Beachy, who is one of the...
Never mind. He doesn't have one. I was going to say for a second, like, oh, that's kind of impressive. He has a server set up, but no. A fan does. Got it.
I was just talking about this the other day because he talks about back in the day I used to play Team Fortress 2, but like from what I was hearing, people checked his Steam account and he's got like 15 hours in the game total. So like when was he playing? Like on a different account? Like what the hell?
Guys, I got a server. Yeah, so one of his fans has a server that's called the DSP server that he never played on. Okay, got it.
A server for Team Fortress 2 that is actually maintained by Beachy, who is one of the moderators of my website, thekingofhate.com.
Shout out to Beachy.
And I played on it a couple times, a couple months ago when I first got it, and unfortunately since then,
there you go.
I just haven't had time to play it. I've been so busy with other releases and other games and things going on, I just have not had time to play it. And unfortunately, I apologize, but
Big up
the server is still
47,
active, and there's information about it on thekingofhate.com. If you want to go over there and check it out, you can find out all about it, the IP to get on it, and whatever. It's a 32-man server. It runs 24/7. And I apologize.
That's how servers work typically, all day.
I'll try, but
and it's not your server. It's one other. It's not even in your physical location. You have nothing to do with
right
it.
now, like the downtime that I have in August, I'm trying.
I want to hear someone asking what a server is. That'd be kind of, well, it's kind of a computer, but like you could do stuff on it. You know.
I've already pretty much have ideas of what I want to do.
There's so many things I'd like to see DSP try and explain or play, like as a video game, that I just would melt his brain instantly.
I'm sorry. We'll see what happens. I do want to play it, but that's what happens when this is a job. You know, you get caught up in different things, and you have to follow them through.
Okay.
Yep.
Some people have asked me about how do I feel about Battlefield 3 now officially being announced that it's going to be better on the PC because it's going to have bigger multiplayer maps, more players on each map. Definitely it's going to have better graphics, and the answer is we kind of knew that already. We knew that PC gaming for FPS games
Wasting
is better,
my time, idiot. We knew
for
that.
the most part. And it was announced from the get-go that Battlefield 3 was going to be a better game on PC, and it is what it is. I mean, sure, maybe I'm not upset
Hey,
because
you
I
were
have
looking for that
PC
earlier.
now,
Found
and I know
it.
I can play it on PC, and I'll get the advantages, but you have to understand that when you play on console, you are sacrificing those things. You're getting a cheaper version of a gaming system, as opposed to buying a gaming rig PC.
Okay.
And so you have to compromise. You're going to have scaled down graphics. You're going to have not as big multiplayer so that you can play with a bigger audience. It's that simple. So I'm not really upset about it, and I kind of understood that. Holy shit, and I will be playing that on PC. Now, I have 4 quick Twitter questions to answer here, and then we'll wrap it up.
I appreciate that.
First one's from Gaming Feud.
Using USD. Appreciate that.
He says, hey, DSP, what do you think of the Nintendo dropping the price of the 3DS to only $169? Now, keep in mind, the 3DS started out, I believe, at $250. Now they're going to drop it $90 in price. And
Okay. I'm guessing he's going to say, they're noticing that the popularity is going down. So they tried to lower price because it's failing. Like, he's going to say something negative about Nintendo here.
Damn
like,
it.
No
That's
way
exactly
around it.
what I was thinking. Yeah. He was going to go for the popularity's waning because he did that same shit not that long ago with the Wii, you know, so.
He's going to say, like, Nintendo's like panicking, dude. They have to lower the price $90. You think they want to do that? It's going to be something like
just not selling. It's not as popular. They don't have any games. And the gimmick of 3D is stupid. Like, who is paying that for 3D?
Skorsky Vice President, big up, says, did he spend all summer bitching how Street Fighter is better on PC? Oh, definitely. But this is before that.
Yeah.
Remember, we're 12 years ago. He doesn't have that same thought yet, I guess. But whatever.
say, no shit. It's a no-brainer because despite what you've been hearing in the gaming media, it's bullshit. The 3DS is not a big seller. The 3DS...
Amazing.
3DS is not a big seller.
You got the stats on that,
I'm
ALT?
getting it right now.
I figured you was on the
I'm
way.
getting it right now. Oh my god, Nintendo 3DS. Oh my god. That is 75 million units sold. In terms of other portable systems. Okay, let's look at portable system sales total. Just because why not, right? Best-selling game consoles. So with the portable, of course you have the original DS is of course the biggest seller, 154 million, all right? Next up you have Game Boy and the Game Boy Color, 118 million. Then we have the Game Boy Advance, 81 million. All of these are Nintendo systems, by the way. So yeah, Nintendo sucks
they
again.
killed the game.
And the PlayStation Portable is at 80 million, and after that we have Nintendo 3DS, 75 million. So in terms of the total system sales of any kind, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The 11th best-selling console of all time, of any kind. And the 5th highest-selling portable console of all time. But, yep, it sucks.
Hearing in the gaming
Amazing.
media,
Yeah,
it's bullshit.
people hated it.
Yeah.
Basically useless.
No one wanted it.
No-brainer because despite what you've been
Good
hearing
point,
in the
Tingle.
gaming media, it's bullshit. The 3DS is not a big seller. The 3DS launch, it actually sold significantly less than the original Nintendo DS launch. Now think about that. How long ago the Nintendo DS was
Yes,
Think
of
about
course it did.
Let's think about that. Hang on. Let's think about
launched,
that.
okay? And now you're talking, I don't know, what is it, like 6 years later?
That's not a bad idea,
the
Skorsky Vice
sequel
President.
comes out, and it didn't even sell as much.
That would be the
as
longest stream in
DS
history,
did.
LT.
Minecraft #1. Like, you can't ignore that Minecraft one.
Yeah.
It's gonna die out.
On launch, okay? Basically, gamers said, we don't see any good games for this damn thing. We have no reason to buy it right now. That's really what happened. The only people who really bought it were people who never had a handheld system before, or people who never had a DS before, that's for sure. Anyone who has a DS really had no reason to buy the 3DS. Or people who are just those first adopters, people who can't help themselves. They have to have what's new as soon as it's new. So Nintendo freaked out, and they said, oh shit, we didn't sell nearly as many as we thought we were going to. I guess maybe technology doesn't necessarily sell the system. We actually have to make games for it, and so they're going to drop the price. It's a no-brainer.
No-brainer.
Will I buy one? Eventually I will buy one when there's games out for it that I want. Right now, there's still no fucking games out for it that I want to play, so there's no reason for me to buy one. But if a Zelda game comes out for it, and I'm not talking about Ocarina of Time that everyone's fucking played already.
Ocarina.
Yeah, why? Whoa. Ocarina of Time taking some shade here. Another Ocarina of Time. What the fuck
The
is
game
that?
comes out for it, and I'm not talking about Ocarina of Time that everyone's fucking played already.
I'm like
talking a
Seed
new
Arena
Zelda
of
game.
Time,
I'm
you know, the
talking
other wood ocarina style.
Ocarina of Time.
the new Kid Icarus game that's coming out.
Kid Icarus.
Those are the games that'll sell the system, not the remakes of fucking Nintendo 64 games. The cover story of Nintendo Power this month is Star Fox 64 3D. I fucking played that game in the 90s. I don't want to play it again in fucking 3D. It's a complete waste of time.
No, but it's actually super cool. Dude, one of my favorite games on the DS when I had one back in the day was Mario 64.
Yeah.
Because like I had a 64 back in the day, but like I wasn't big brained enough to play Mario on it, right?
Yeah.
So like I finally got to experience what everybody was loving, and it was awesome. It was actually sick.
Yeah. That's part of the fun of the frickin' 3DS. You can play games on the move. Well, Phil doesn't go anywhere. That's the key point, guys. Phil goes nowhere. So portable to him is just a why do I need this portable system? What the fuck?
Money, and if you have a 3DS, you shouldn't buy it, so you can show Nintendo you want new quality games, not fucking remakes. We're tired of remakes. Okay.
Every time Nintendo makes a remake, it sells like they just remake everything possible, and people keep buying it. So that would not stop to this day.
Yeah, it's basically printing money. You just remake shit from back in the day, and people will play it again.
Yes, Nintendo has this magical place where they can do that, and that's how it goes. But I don't fight it like these. Nintendo is panicking right now, dude. Things are not going well. They're
crumbling, dude. They're basically on the way out.
1 minute left. Let me get some Venomous Fat Man / James Lugo content.
Questions from Cycle Runner. He says, how many hours on average do you spend each day on gaming related things? Gameplay. Oh god, I'm out of time, so I have to hurry. Gameplay itself, I usually spend anywhere. The least I usually spend on gameplay is like 3 hours. The most I'll spend, like yesterday, I spent almost 12 hours. But when you're saying game related, you have to understand, I also have to upload the videos. I have to tag all the videos. I have to put the videos in playlists.
Is that game related?
So I'm really spending a shitload of time every day doing it.
Let's talk how busy you are. We all love hearing about that.
Next question from Voodoo9. How come you don't play sports games like NHL or FIFA?
Ooh, okay. I'll let you go first on this one. Why doesn't he play sports games?
I think he's just going to say, like, they never really appealed to him. He's not a big sports fan. He does like American football, but he's not the biggest of playing the games. So he's got so many other titles, new releases. He doesn't have time anyway.
Yeah, I think you probably covers all the possible ones. I'll say his fan base never asked for it, too. He'll kind of blame the fans. You know, like, no one ever asked for it. I'll go with that.
And the answer
I
is
just kind of cheated. I stole all of the answers.
Yeah, you're gonna get one of them.
Don't have a story. I really play.
Oh, we both wrong on this. Wow, listen to that.
Wow, did we miss it?
Or FIFA. Yeah. And the answer is because sports games don't have a story. I really play games that have a story from start to finish. Every once in a while I'll do multiplayer, and
didn't expect that. All right, no story, no play.
Doesn't have a story.
Yeah, I didn't have that on my bingo card.
My favorite part of Street Fighter is the story. That's my favorite part of those Street Fighter games is the story they have. I love that.
But
my favorite part of TF2 is actually the story, so we kind of line up on that.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, WWE Champion story is one of the best too. That's a great story. You pull sweaty men, and then you play Candy Crush and win. Sound good?
Our commentary on the gameplay, but also the story and things that are going on in the game. Does anyone really want to see me sit and play through a fucking season of NHL?
Yes.
Does anyone want to see me play matches of that online? It's
matches?
Sports.
Nice.
If you want to see sports, you can go watch the sport. You don't have to watch someone simulating the sport. Okay?
Okay.
Wow. Just wow. Why are you watching people kill each other with guns? You can just go to war. I mean, what's the point, dude?
Just jackass.
What's wrong with you?
So stupid.
Just go to war, dude.
Last question from Cesaridin Fatis. Sorry, I have no idea if I pronounced that correctly, but if seriously faced with the Catherine situation, aka the plot, how would you respond? I would fucking check myself into the mental hospital, because if I was fucking a girl like that and I couldn't remember it every night, I know I've got problems. That's it for this episode.
What? The Catherine? I think he said the plot of Catherine.
Respond, but if seriously faced with the Catherine situation, aka
if seriously faced with the Catherine situation?
Sorry, I have no idea if I pronounced that correctly,
yeah.
but if seriously faced with the Catherine situation, aka the plot, how would you respond? I would fucking check myself into the mental hospital, because if I was fucking a girl like that and I couldn't remember it every night, I know I've got problems. That's it for this episode. that's it for this episode of Ask the King. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next month. And remember, if you have questions, go to thekingofhate.com and post them up in the forum thread. Thanks.
Oh, that was horrible. Thanks.
Nice.
All right, horrible one. That was definitely a horrible one. All right, so this is a little bonus content here for you. We usually would send you bye-bye, but not today. Not today. We have a previous questioner, someone that asked a question actually and Asked the King, Venomous Fat Man, asked an interview with DSP. This is from 2020. I have no idea how it's going to go. I don't know what questions are asked, but here we go. JakeJames Lugo is someone that has a YouTube channel, has been on that YouTube grind for many years now. Hasn't exactly been as successful as DSP, let's say. He doesn't have that many views, but he's still putting in the work, and here is one of his interviews with special guest Darkside Phil. So let's enjoy it together. We might, if it becomes too boring, I reserve the right to end it early. I'm just saying that now because this might be very painful. But let's go. Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Sorry. I didn't know that was coming. Damn. Come on, James.
Hey, what is going on, everybody out there? This is JakeJames Lugo. Welcome to the channel, and welcome to a brand new episode of A Definitive Discussion, where I bring on phenomenal individuals from all corners of the internet.
Yeah, oh, by the way, someone asked, how do you find this shit? This Nuclear Tractor, this is 0% my work. This is Frog Machine, is a legend finding this kind of stuff, and I'm happy to play it.
YouTube, the gaming industry, and a whole bunch
Frog
of different
Machine is
places.
so in the
We have deep
trenches,
dives into
man.
different various
Frog
conversations
Machine,
and stuff that you guys want to hear about. If you haven't already, I highly suggest you check out the playlist I have now on the YouTube channel. There is a ton of episodes with a ton of great guests and a whole bunch of great conversations I know you guys are going to love. But also, do not forget, I have the Patreon page. Remember, at the $1 level or higher, you're going to get all that exclusive bonus content, including EX modes for every single one of these episodes. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of cool guests that I've had on lately, but let me know your guys'
Oh, damn, I didn't expect the bag. It's rare to get the bag, non-DSP bag. Nice.
feedback in the comment section down below.
Yeah, well, at least he's putting something into it. Though.
Yeah,
He's got
yeah.
like
I
extended
should say
cuts,
that.
and he's
Thank
got
you.
something to offer. I
Thank
guess.
you. I should say that. Actually, this is the way. If you are out after, trying to make the money off this, he did it the right way, though. I'll say that. He did beg, but it was like, hey, I'm giving you this, and it's more of a back and forth, right? You give me a little bit of money, I give you this thing, and that's the way it's supposed to be, It's definitely not DSP. I was just shocked by I didn't expect to get that, I should say.
Yeah, we got the Patreon shout out.
We did get that. You got to get that. Ivy in the house says, can I get a foot long? Absolutely. Absolutely. Definitely. And you got the Rest in Peace Carl Weathers card. Big ups for that.
Subscribe to the channel. So today, I have a recurring guest, or at least one that I have had you on a couple of my shows over the years and stuff. I have Darkside Phil, DSP, or quote-unquote.
We have those as well, but we're going to do this one today. But there is other ones as well. We might get to a different night.
DSP Gaming on YouTube. So, but Phil Burnell. Phil, what's good? I mean, I haven't talked to you in a hot minute.
Yeah, it's been a while. Been super duper busy with keeping up everything with my full-time streaming.
Sounds like he's hammered. We just hung over, actually. Shit. Yeah, it's like just woke up. My full-time streaming.
Which is cool.
That audio quality is bad, too.
I know, yeah. It's like, he has a better mic than this. 2020. Like, what is he using?
Which is dope. A
this
lot
is
of
2020?
Yeah, 2020, dude. 2020.
My
Post-bankruptcy. Cat's been living there for years now.
They're married?
Yeah.
Keeping up everything with my full-time streaming.
I think he's using his cell phone. Well, even the mic on a cell phone would be better than that. But he might be using his webcam mic on accident. That can happen. You get a webcam that uses it for camera, but there is a mic on there usually as well that it's very bad quality. But I don't know.
I have Darkside Phil, DSP.
Doesn't he have like an iPhone 7 though?
Yeah,
like, to this day.
Oh, Misery Merchant, that's probably right. He's using the headset, not his stream setup. Yeah, he's using his computer headset. Yeah.
DSP Gaming on YouTube. So, but Phil Burnell. Phil, what's good? I mean, I haven't talked to you in a hot minute.
Yeah, it's been a while. Been super duper busy with keeping up everything with my full-time streaming.
Which is cool, and congrats, which is dope. A lot of people out here now on YouTube in general, some of them get into streaming, they're in it for a while, but they're not like, they don't last a long time. And I know I've been a fan, or at least I've followed you for years.
Oh, yeah,
I think now almost as long as my career has
Damn.
been in the games industry, which is going close to about 10 years now, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah. All right. My first game coverage uploads to YouTube started actually in late 2008. So yeah,
Oh my
I've pretty much
God.
been doing ongoing game coverage for almost 12 years now. We're getting there.
Yeah, so I'm just under that because I just hit my 10-year
Back in
mark in the
2010.
industry as a January.
I worked at a helicopter.
And I followed you a little bit after you just started, which I followed a lot of your Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo or Super Street Fighter 2 HD remix videos. That's where I first discovered you. So, and I
You sound like a longtime fan too. Let me tell you.
also I could be. I'm pretty sure I could claim fan.
I would have guessed you
This
were
is-
a DSP fan.
This is who Mike Klum was supposed to interview. Is JakeJames Lugo.
Oh yeah, we need this.
Into this, that I was your first interview on YouTube, or at least one that covered like YouTube stuff specifically. Because
Oh,
I
we gotta
remember
get that, too.
you and me
All right.
talking on my old YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure about that, right?
That's very, very likely because we've known each other for quite some time. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case.
Because I know you've been on a couple other shows and stuff, but everybody seems to have skipped over the couple interviews that we've done and stuff. I'm like, yo, like what the hell? You know what I'm saying? It's like it's crazy, but
Okay.
He's salty. He's not getting his dues, man.
He's salty. Damn.
the reason why I brought you on today, okay, is because we're going to talk
Yeah.
about some stuff. And again, we're going to do an EX mode later on for everybody that subs to the Patreon page. So make sure you guys are looking out for that. If you haven't already subbed, make sure
EX
that you
mode?
do. But I want to talk with you about obviously
Extended
we got the
style.
pandemic going on, which at the time that we're recording this is at the end of April,
Topical.
and there's been a lot
As
of
of
stuff that's
4
happened.
years
There's even
ago.
stuff that happened near my house this morning, so it's been absolutely insane. But you know what's weird about this is that you've
Oh
been
my
streaming.
God,
still.
Jake James.
Everybody's at home right now. Everybody's checking out stuff on Twitch. Everybody's checking out stuff on YouTube.
Jake James. I mean, the classic thing I learned about doing interviews is you want to be doing at most 15% of the talking. Jake James is doing 100% of the talking. Holy shit. Give it a break, man. I think he's nervous, though. Someone said, I agree. He sounds a little nervous right now.
Yeah, I seen that in chat. I agree. He definitely is.
Hey, he's talking to the king. Come on.
And such, and you've been putting out content. I think it's every day now, correct?
Yeah, at least 6 days a week, full time. Yes.
So
Wow.
tell me, what has that been like for you? Because now, obviously, you've been doing that for a while, even before this pandemic stuff started. What is streaming life like for you right now, with everything going on with the pandemic, with the isolation, the lockdown for a lot of people?
I was just,
Well,
Horrible question. Nothing changed.
I was just about to say he's been doing full-time streaming since like 2016, hasn't he? Like it's not new to him. He's just been doing the same shit for 4+ years.
and like he had a head start on quarantine, you know? he started quarantine in 2010. Great.
you know, surprisingly enough, being that this is my full-time occupation, you know, I don't have another job outside of streaming. It really hasn't changed my lifestyle that much.
Okay.
You know, I was around doing these full-time streams way before the pandemic. You know, this is actually my 3rd anniversary just recently of being a full-time streamer. Before that, I was a full-time YouTuber, and then I transitioned over about 3 years ago.
Oh my god. Are we treating
3
those
years,
like
not
2 different
4.
careers? Yeah. He's gonna put that on his LinkedIn. I was a full-time YouTuber, then I made the smooth transition into full-time streamer. That's what it sounds like. Amazing.
When's the cutoff for those? Because there was a while he was streaming without the interactive style.
Yes,
so like, was
that's
that
true.
YouTuber or
How do you fill that
I
out?
need to
on
know
a
for the resume.
Yeah, great point.
But really, not much has changed in regards to like my schedule. But what I've definitely noticed is I have a sharp increase in attendance on my streams. A lot more people are here live because I also archive my streams over on YouTube on my very long-standing channel, DSP Gaming. So people can't watch it live. They can always catch it on demand afterward. And what I've noticed is not necessarily a decline of views on the YouTube channel, but an actual spike in attendance on the in-person streams because everyone's stuck at home right now.
When you're live, right? When you're live.
Exactly. Now I do not archive my stuff on Twitch. That's right. When I'm live, more people are watching live now. And also, I mean, being very honest, an increase in contributions on the stream.
My fuck God.
He brings up contributions. I'm being very honest.
Because I think the feeling that a lot of people now
In an
are
interview, I'm getting more money.
Yeah, it's wild, dude. There's a lot of fucking idiots out there that give me a lot more money. It's wild. Oh, you're one of those.
They're
people
inside
too.
just handing me their wallets. It's awesome.
It's wild, dude.
they're in person. They want someone who, number one, has consistency. You know, right now, the thing that we all have is a really big interruption in all of our lives of how we normally do things.
You don't.
And to have something that's consistent and to have something that's consistently entertaining or positive is a good thing. I always say on my streams, I want to be the place where you guys can come and just kind of hang out and forget about all that craziness going out in the outside world. Unplug from that for a few hours and come hang.
Unplug, beg on. That's what we're looking for here.
hang out with me, I'll be here, 6 days a week. So you can come hang with me. And hey, that's exactly what people have done. Like I said, more attendance and people just being way more positive. Recently, I'd say probably in about a straight month now that I've seen more attendance and more contributions on my streams.
Right.
Which is
Being
cool,
very
obviously,
positive,
for you.
more
A little
contributions.
bit more money, a little bit more donations, which is good. Do you find that a lot of the people now that spike
What was that question?
a little bit more
And more contributions on my streams.
which is cool, obviously, for you, a little bit more money, a little bit more donations, which is good. Do you find that a lot of the people now, that spike that you've been getting with the viewership on the Twitch live streams, and I'm pretty sure there's been a little bit of a change on the archives on YouTube as well, is that solely just because of the pandemic, or is it because people are discovering you through various different means because of the pandemic? Like, the difference is here, what I mean is
Just
that
suck him
obviously
off already,
there's a Twitch
Lugo.
community, people
Jesus.
share different stuff, some of their favorite streamers or whatever, but
so you got a lot hotter. Like, that's obvious. Is it more? You think girls want to fuck you more because of your awesome abs, or is it your awesome face? Like, I just want to know. I'm not sure. Like, that's what we're doing here.
now that people are home and there's a lot
That's
more
exactly how
people
it's coming across, isn't it?
at home that aren't necessarily always around on Twitch and stuff, are those the types of people that are now discovering your content? And I'm curious about this because I find it to be very fluctuating amongst different types of creators, both on Twitch and on YouTube.
Yeah, I would say for gaming is up everywhere, right? Like anyone who's doing anything related to gaming, since everyone's stuck at home, everyone is into video games right now.
True.
So being that I'm a full-time, video game content
Couldn't even
creator,
let him finish.
that's
It's true.
definitely been a big thing.
True. Great point.
People are coming out to see, gee, who's playing the new game? Oh, here's, let me check out Dark Side Phil. And, they're discovering me for the first time. I've had people the last month say, yeah, I've just kind of stumbled upon your content. This is really cool. So I would definitely say that element. But on the flip side of that, I would also say,
flip side.
I get the
See? If I had it, I could flip the screen right now. I got to do it. Flip side, I got to make it happen.
I think it's a lot of people who would only watch on YouTube. Maybe they don't get a chance to catch the live streams because otherwise they would be at work or at school. And now that there's no work or school, obviously they have a chance to watch it live during the daytime as well. So it's a combination factor, I would say. But definitely there's been an influx of new people in the last month, I've noticed.
Factor.
So with that being said, though, do you find yourself doing things that are a little bit different now that, because again, things are changed with everybody's lives, and now everybody's able to have the time or at least have the means to actually be home and look at this type of stuff? And again, looking at your content, looking at a lot of other people's content, because you're not the only streamer that's out there.
He is making the biggest fucking interview mistake. When you should never. Okay, your question should be presented in a way that doesn't require you to further niche down the question every time. Like, he is making this every time. And what I mean by that is, and then also, what I mean by that is, and what I'm saying by that is, just get to the fucking question, Jake James. I mean, come on.
Yeah, he's got about 4 sentences and 5 different explanations for each one before we actually get to where we're going.
Yeah, and then okay.
Obviously on Twitch and on YouTube, people are perusing the internet in different ways. Do you find yourselves doing a little bit different things here and there, whether it's on camera or the types of games that you're playing, in order to kind of like either retain that audience or even to get more of those types of people right now?
Are you doing something differently? I think is the question. All right, are you doing something differently? And I'm sure Phil is going to say, yes, I am, but then he doesn't really say he's doing anything differently.
Yeah, I would say a few things. First of all, when you know that there's such a negative thing going on in the real life world, you want to try to at least be someone or be a place where people can not have more negativity, So
Nino, that's right. Yeah, actually, I'm trying this really cool, program. If you tip me enough, I start spinning, and people love it. These dads, they go nuts for this shit. That'd be good.
Yeah, I'll let you in on my my super secret business style fact. It basically breaks the system. If you get enough money, you just spin. They eat that shit up. I'll tell you that for free.
If your audience is dumb enough, you could do pretty much whatever you want. It's super awesome. Jake James, you're a part of that as well. Thanks for that.
So I've actively tried to stave off any kind of active trolling.
Hold on a second. I think we got to stave off.
That's what I heard.
I believe it's stave. This one may be one for Steve. Here we go.
So I've actively tried to stave off any kind of active trolling on my
stave off. Big ups, dude. Stave off. All right, getting the timestamp for Steve here. He'll appreciate this.
So I've actively tried to stave off any kind of active trolling on my channel. I've had my moderator step it up a page this last month to make sure that we don't get people completely derailing the stream chat, that people can focus on the games. I've tried to actively step out of my comfort zone on being hyper focused on the game and interact a lot more with the people in the stream chat in a positive way, because I want them to feel engaged and I want them to feel like this is a place you can have fun and escape from, you know, the stress that you have right now in your real life. Definitely. And it's worked, you know, it's definitely worked. Incidentally, my viewers came up with something very silly in the last.
Dude,
what?
He might go there. Oh, it's gonna be Vest Streak. I think we're in the middle of Vest Streak right now, aren't we? I believe. Let's see.
In 2020, I believe so.
Dude, Nino, you might be on the right track, brother. Let's go.
This month that has been working on a daily basis. It's really.
It's been. Notice you said it's been working. What do you mean by working, Philip?
Silly. So I never usually do any kind of a celebratory thing or a stunt if we hit a goal. I almost never have done that. Like, it would be okay if we hit a goal today, like, you know, it's a milestone for something. That's great, and we say thanks, but then we just move on. But
we say thanks and we move on. All right, that makes cool.
This is a group effort, obviously.
Yeah. I should say this person is JakeJames Lugo on the left, his name there. He was a fan of DSP for a long time. He has a YouTube channel, and he's been a fan of Phil's for a long, long time.
This weird thing happened about a month ago. I was doing a marathon stream. It was what I call a retrospective, where we go back down memory lane and we watch my content from the last, you know, decade plus that I've been making.
Kind of like reminisce a little bit, you know, in some way.
Exactly. And it just so happened someone picked a vlog that I had done like 10 years ago, and I was wearing this vest, like this like stuffed vest that you would wear like outdoors when it's colder, like in the fall. And they were like, "We have never seen you wear that vest before. What the heck is that? And do you still have it?" And I was like, "I don't know. Give me a second." And I went downstairs. I looked at my closet. Lo and behold, I had it in the back of
beginning of the Vest Streak, boys. Here we go. Let's get in the story. I still have to cover this on the stream because I didn't get to finish. I didn't get to cover the Vest Streak. I was doing a stream this week about the all the goals that he's hit. You know, the origin of all the tips goals, and we didn't get to the vest yet. But here we go. Now you're getting the story right now.
Of my closet.
Yeah, I'm one behind. I'm still finishing the staycation. My work has been hectic.
Classic.
Untouched. Looked at my closet. Lo and behold, I had it in the back of my closet.
That's funny.
Untouched. Like, I didn't.
Oh. That's funny. Lo
and behold, I had it in the back of my closet.
That's funny.
Untouched. Like, I haven't worn this thing in like.
That's funny.
10 years, and it just sat there dusty. So I brushed it off. I put it on, and people were like,
"That's
hilarious that you have this vest. It's a 10-year-old vest. You never worn it, and here it is." But then people basically said, well, that was a cool thing that happened. That's like a connection with the viewers. If you hit a fundraising goal, like every day on my streams, you know, we have certain things going on, whether it's like a monthly subscribers goal that we try to hit on Twitch, my Twitch channel, or every day I have like a daily tips goal. Gee, can we hit this number of tips today? That would be amazing. And in reality, I almost never do. And I'm very grateful for anything I get, but it's always good to have like a goal that you're striving for. So one day we hit the tips goal randomly, and I'm like, "That's so good. What would you guys like?" And they said, "Go put on the vest." I was like, "Okay, you really want me to put on the vest, right? Sure." I put on the vest, and I'm not kidding.
I put on the vest, down, down, down. The shiny one is podcast best.
It's now been 51 straight streams where I have hit my tips goal, and I keep putting the vest on
because of this vest. Like, that's kind of funny. Like, it's random.
It's crazy. It's nuts. I never expected it. You know, I didn't think that people were going to care about something silly like that. And, you know, I try to come up with other stuff too. Oh, I'll put on a pair of glasses, or I'll put on my hat. And they don't really care about that. They just like, we want the vest.
I remember the hat. Like, I remember the 10-gallon hat you have, like, when you do your, when you do your mailbag videos from while back over.
That's right.
King of Fate vlogs. I remember that. That's been a thing for like years and stuff like that. I remember. I don't remember this vest though.
I like JakeJames Lugo, like low key said, like, yeah, you remember that thing, you know, the 10-gallon hat you did? What was that? At mailbag or whatever. Like, he doesn't.
Mailbag. Yeah, he didn't even know. Ask the Kang. Fake fan. Unlike me.
He had questions in all. He had questions in one of the first Ask the Kings. Come on, brother.
Like it came out of nowhere.
He didn't even know the goddamn name. This is shit, dude.
I know. Come on,
this
Jake
sucks.
James. Step it up, dude.
the reason I think it works.
I love these pictures in the background, by the way. That's all Frog Machine there doing these pictures. It's not. This was not the original
very
podcast
flattering.
view. Yeah,
Works is because it's something that was completely out of the blue. It's silly, and it was picked by the viewers. I didn't come up with it. The viewers on the fly kind
blame them.
of figured out this was kind of something silly and interesting. And now, like I said, it's been almost a solid month that I've been streaming that this has been happening constantly.
That's cool. At least that's a cool little thing, you know, despite everything else and going alongside with the stream and stuff. Now, I want to know, though, about games, though, specifically. Like, have you been changing up things that, you know, with the types of games that you play? Because I looked at a couple of your VODs, you know, on various different stuff on your channel and also a little bit on the Twitch stream. I mean, I saw you, obviously, you're going back and playing a lot of Street Fighter Anniversary Collection.
Oh, my God.
I saw now you're playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. Even myself, I just completed that for review.
Let me give you 5 examples.
I mean, you got a mixture of current and like retro stuff. Have you been looking at different types of games to stream or at least to play for people now that the pandemic stuff is going?
No, what is it? What's the dumbest question ever? Are you playing different games because the pandemic's here? Oh yeah, I definitely changed my game choices because of the pandemic. I stayed away from Grand Theft Auto because it was too real. Well, what are you gonna say there?
It's just the way he's phrasing these questions. He's like, I noticed, I checked out your stuff on your YouTube channel and then your Twitch, and I noticed you're playing this kind of game and that kind of game. Like, you could just say, I checked your stuff out. You're playing a bunch of different stuff. Why is that? Like, why do we need 900 words for something you could do in a few? What are we doing here, man?
Well, I definitely stayed away from the Plague Tale because I thought it was kind of too close to home. You know what I'm saying?
Going on at the current moment?
Well, the thing right now is, for a lot of people like myself who are full-time content creators, the future is very uncertain because we had a lineup of games that were coming out in the next few months that at this point, because of the pandemic, it looks like exactly we don't know what's going to happen. We know The Last of Us 2 is now
Cyberpunk, big one.
Cyberpunk's been delayed till the fall. Ghost of Tsushima.
God, dude.
Jesus Christ.
Till the fall. Ghost of Tsushima are supposed to be coming out in May. But
his laugh is something's in there that's just a cringe magic comes out when he does that little laugh of his.
If Sony already delayed Last of Us, obviously that's the next one to go. So, you know, we don't really know as content creators what we'll be able to play.
Oh, yeah.
For me, I kind of lucked out because this is a time when there were a significant amount of new releases. Just in the last month, you had games like Doom Eternal, the Final Fantasy VII Remake, Resident Evil 3 Remake, and those are big, heavy-hitting games that people wanted to see. But I'm a variety streamer. I tell everyone I don't just focus on one game and try to beat it right away. What I try to do is balance my stream. So you come to my stream one day, you're going to see me play a new release. The next day, it's a retro. The next day, it's just like a chill game. And I like that because it gives people variety rather than knowing me just as the guy who does one thing. I don't like to pigeonhole myself into one kind of content, and not to say there's anything wrong with people who are considered experts at a certain kind of gaming content. That's a whole other, audience and genre than what I do. But definitely what I've tried to do is mix it up. I don't want to just say, okay, I was just doing new releases, but now because there's no new releases, now we're stuck. What do we do? So that's why I've tried to do variety, and I already have a few games on the docket. For example, the viewers did this big viewers choice poll, and they determined they wanted to see me play Banjo-Tooie, the sequel to Banjo-Kazooie. I'd never played that one before, and I just started that on Friday. And of course, those games from back in the day, the Nintendo 64 era Collection Quest games, very big and very long. You know that one's going to be one that's going to be like War Era Collection Quest. And I just started that on Friday.
Good game.
Good game.
And of course, those games from back in the day, the Nintendo 64 era Collection Quest games, very big and very long. You know that one's going to be one that's going to be like, 30, 40 hours if I go for all the items and puzzles in the game. So it's funny because I get the feeling some people who do kinds of content that are always reliant on the hot new release or the hot new viral game may have some difficulty with what they're doing, but I'm striving to just do a big variety of stuff so that way, even if the new releases dry up, I still kind of have stuff on the back burner that I can bring into my streams and not run out of content.
So let me ask you this, though, because I think that you bring up an interesting point. Do you think, though, at least for the people that are playing some of the new games now, again, we're talking
right next to James Lugo
and stuff, some of the newer releases are longer games. Final Fantasy VII Remake is a big one. I saw you playing Animal Crossing New Horizons not too long ago. Doom Eternal, I think, is also pretty meaty as well. some of these games now,
400
luckily
examples.
for us, are games that are going to be playing for 20 plus hours in some way.
Definitely.
Do you feel like at least those types of games are going to balance out, at least, you know, not being able to get some of those bigger games that are going to be coming out later on? Granted, again, in your case, you're playing some older games like Street Fighter, like Banjo-Tooie, etc. But at least with some of these newer games,
You know,
that
I've
are
never
longer
done an
games that you're
interview,
spending
but
time
I'm
with,
starting to
people
think that
keep
maybe I could
people
do
interested,
one.
or at least allow you to keep
Yeah. All of us feel empowered.
pumping out content and stuff. Do you think that balances things out for someone like you?
Absolutely, and you know, not just someone like me, but
Phil jumped over that question too hard. He came out robot. He was too excited. Well, absolutely.
For someone like you?
absolutely, and you know, not just someone like me, but just the common gamer. You know, right now, everyone's got their purse strings tightened because of what's going on.
Do
And
you?
if you're looking to see what game you want to buy, are you going to buy a game that's a 5-hour experience or a game that's a 50-hour experience? Right? It's actually very fortuitous for us that we have
Fortuitous.
media games that have all come out within a very short period of time.
Yep.
And some games, like you just mentioned, Animal Crossing, that game doesn't have a definitive ending. That's
Yeah,
a game that's very relaxed.
Straight up.
That's
Jesus.
Just keep going straight up. Thanks, James.
that game doesn't have a
James is
definitive
from a
ending.
different
That's a game that's very
era. His
relaxed.
vocabulary is robust.
It just
Straight
keeps
up.
going straight up. Good game.
Like you just mentioned, Animal Crossing, that game doesn't have a definitive ending. That's
Yeah,
a
it
game
just
that's
keeps
very
going.
relaxed.
Straight up.
That's right. You simulate a community. It's very, very relaxing.
I love the straight up. Straight up.
You know, you want to
He paused for it too.
stress free.
Straight up. That game does not have an ending. Straight up. Like, yeah, hell yeah.
Gel, you know, and that's a game that people
Gel.
could be playing for months and months. Hey, for a year. The other thing is they've already had content updates with holidays and things.
This
That's a
April,
perfect
too.
kind of game to come. That's right. It's a springtime stuff.
He's ruined the flow. Dude, come on. He puts, like, this interview, you know, you're kind of on you're like a train going on the tracks. Think about that. And JakeJames Lugo just dropping huge ass boulders on that fucking train tracks. Stop. Phil has nowhere to go. Like, yeah, that's right. Exactly. God.
Holidays and things. Months.
Just
that's
this
a
April,
perfect
too.
Oh, yeah.
for a year. The other thing is they've already had content updates with holidays and things.
This
That's
April,
a perfect
too.
kind of game to come. That's right. It's a springtime stuff hitting. And man, did
Straight up.
they make out? They are such a high, very high selling game,
Oh,
which I think shocked everyone. How many copies of Animal Crossing sold just because of the kind of game it is right now. I think you've got content creators, you've got just standard gamers. Everyone is into it, right? Absolutely, everyone is like, that's a game that we would want right now because it fills that gap until we get more bigger, higher new releases.
Exactly. And I feel like it works out for you guys because, again, that's a game that could almost never end, but it's like you could play that for such an extended period of time. And even if those games that are big now, like Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima, or even Cyberpunk, or even, again, there's a whole bunch of other games that, again, we could just look at the list there and just see like what's coming out at the end of this year.
Let's not say we
You
didn't.
could even
Move-
just
move
survive
on,
on those
dude.
games as a Twitch streamer, as a content creator, because there's communities of people that care just about those games, which is crazy. Even
That's
if you
right.
decided
Great picture. Look at this picture.
not to be a variety streamer,
What are we doing here?
you could just live on Animal
Are
Crossing.
we a model? Is JakeJames Lugo a model for gaming?
It feels like,
t-shirts?
because there's just so much things you could do, even just interacting with chat, interacting with other content creators, just creating your stuff so people could just contribute to the types of the types of things you could do in the game and all these different types of things like that. Again, that's just one example, but what do you feel like, at least right now, being in the pandemic that we are right now,
Jake
what
James
type of
does that
games would
thing
you
that
avoid?
DSP does.
Because I think it's
where
interesting,
he
like there's
talks for too long and doesn't breathe, and you
Yeah.
can hear by the end of his sentence that he's running out of breath. I hate that.
in the pandemic that we are right now, what type of games
ups.
would you avoid?
Otopico.
Because I think it's interesting, like there's all these different games that we would dive into. What are the types of games that you would avoid though?
came at a
Like
good
for me, I mean, granted, Street
Best
Fighter,
time.
that's your jam, that's my jam as well. And that's like something that the FGC would really be all over, even in times like this. But what are the types of genres or the types of games that you would actively avoid in a time like this?
What? These questions, man. What game would you avoid during a pandemic? Is that what we're going with? I think that's the question, right?
That's kind of what I heard. Yeah, And these are so long that earlier Misery Merchant asked, do you think he gave DSP this question beforehand? He had to have, because there's no goddamn way DSP sitting through all of that and actually coming away with any idea of what he's talking about.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not convinced.
Oh, yes, I have. I want to avoid games that make people sad. How do you answer this? What do we, okay, we're about to hear it. Let's go.
Man, I hate to say it, but there's probably going to be a lot of games that
there we go.
Are not lengthy experiences that maybe really are going to be very apprehensive about spending money on a shorter game.
I just thought of something right now, like a game that I think that a lot of people would avoid. Granted,
let's see what Venomous Fat Man just thought of. That's not me buffering. That's Philip Burnell buffering, Jody Taint.
I just thought of something right now. Like a game that I think that a lot of people would avoid, granted, the name aside and stuff, would be Resident Evil 3 Remake. Because Resident Evil 3 Remake is kind of short, but granted, that's the Resident Evil brand name.
Holy shit. So they're saying right now, 2 dents, 1 stream. One of these dents asked him, what games do you avoid during the pandemic? And Philip said people would avoid short games. Because... I guess bang for your buck, I guess.
Well, and then James comes in and goes, well, you know what? I actually just had a thought. Like, this is like he's being interviewed.
Yeah.
Like, no one gave a shit what you thought, man.
I've been thinking about that question.
I've been thinking about my own question.
Yeah, I've been waiting for somebody to ask me that. Okay, I got a thought here.
Right. And you know what?
Right.
Fair enough. If it didn't have the Resident Evil brand name, it probably wouldn't have done very well. Because, compare that to Resident Evil 2 Remake, which was pretty much twice as long, and with the same price. That's what's going to happen is you're going to have people now making these direct comparisons. Well, wait a minute. Final Fantasy 7 Remake is like 40 plus hours.
Yeah.
Doom Eternal is like 20 to 25 hours just playing single player. I didn't even touch the multiplayer yet, right? And then you look at Resident Evil 3 Remake and you're like, well, this one's only like 7-8 hours and it's $60. And yeah, there's a multiplayer mode, but it really has nothing to do with the core game. Is this something that I want to sink my money into? Now, by the way, I played Resident Evil 3 Remake, and even though I agree with a lot of people that it's not as good as Resident Evil 2 Remake, I do think it's an outstanding game. Okay. So it's definitely worth playing. You're going to get quality out of it if you play it. Yeah. But if you're really looking for bang for your buck, you're right. I mean, only 8 hours for $60 is a pretty hard sell. So what may happen is one of two things. Either people are going to flock to cheap games. Yeah. So this may be a time when indie games.
The sales right now on eShop and PSN.
You have the what?
You have a JakeJames card.
No, I should though. God damn, I should.
That they're making a tour right now. I don't know if it's on the big Japan sale. Like there's some.
There's a few interviews too, so we could do this for like next week and a few weeks. JakeJames segments.
Big games on there that are, again, for someone like you, great
variety style.
Just for fans, people that just love games and stuff, that are big sale items that people could just pick up for like $10 or less.
Anything that's a cheap price point right now is going to sell, even if it's not necessarily the best game, because people are trying to stretch their wallets. And, that's like I was just about to say, indie games that typically are cheaper are going to end up, getting, I think, a lot more high profile highlighting. And any
high profile highlighting, okay,
any mainstream hyped
that
games
sounds good. I hope they highlight it in yellow.
I hope I get high profile highlighting
that might have come out during this time period have to have meaty content, or else
meaty content.
You're going to have people who are going to be very apprehensive about buying them. So it's funny because we talk about Ghost of Tsushima. I don't know how long that game would have been. We don't know if it's even coming out still in May. But if that's a game that after reviewers get their hands on it, they're like, yeah, it's 12 hours long. I don't know if people are really going to be willing to spend their hard-earned money right now when things are tight on a game that's not going to give them a lengthy experience.
You could still have a sweet experience that's short and stuff, but I think now there's a lot of other factors that come into it that are influencing the buying decisions for a lot of people. And again, the big sales coming out now with the eShop, with PSN, with Xbox Live, stuff like Games Pass, and even the bunch of the free games that people are just getting now from these different companies are really changing up the buying habits of a lot of people, which I think is going to work out in the end. Granted, we're all still in isolation and stuff. One thing I do also want to add.
No clue what you said there.
Ask though, because again, I feel like you would know a little bit about this being streaming like all the time and stuff. What do you feel like, at least in your opinion?
All right, another thing here. Oh no, sorry, I was gonna another one. Never mind. I was gonna say, why is special with the with the quotation marks, but that's put there by Frog Machine.
By Frog Machine.
Yeah.
You know, is the toughest thing.
I had that thought with the two guys kissing in the middle. I was like, why'd Jake James do that?
Because granted, like you said before, you've already been streaming from home. You know, for
every picture is awesome.
the longest now at this point. But now that things are a little bit changing up and things are a little bit kind of like, you know, shifting in the landscape for streamers and for content creators now during this pandemic, what is the most difficult thing, at least for you right now, to do with your own content?
Yeah, what's the most difficult?
Oh, it's a good question. I would say there's actually two distinct
There's actually
things
nothing that's more difficult because I don't do anything.
Yep, I just put on vest.
I kind of have to focus on. And the first is understanding that my streams are a place where people are coming to kind of escape the stress of real life. I can't make my streams.
Yep. So the good thing I do is tell them how much I'm in financial distress, so to make them forget about their problems. That's my tactic. So we'll see how that works out.
A political soapbox. I can't make my stream.
That's the thing right now for everybody. Like everybody's got to deal with that because that's like so rampant.
Right. You know, everyone is all political about what's going on in the world and what should have been done, what can be done. And I don't want that to happen on my stream. I don't want people to start getting all arguing about, you know, the implications of politics. Or, I mean, I'll be honest. Do I ban talk about the coronavirus on my streams? No, I don't. But at the same time, I make it known right before every stream I do. Like, listen, a lot of people are really messed up and stressed out right now. You know, we're in a bad way.
Does it get bad right now, like with that? Because I know in some streams that I've seen from other creators and stuff, it could get pretty bad. And sometimes they'll use like bots and stuff, or even they'll just let it be because like it's so rampant.
The thing is, like I said, I definitely don't want to ban discussion. I mean, it's the biggest thing going on in the world right now. You can't ban outright discussion.
You can't ignore it.
Exactly. It's everywhere. But at the same time, that's kind of my point, is it's already everywhere. It's not like there's a single person who's been living in a cave who came out and said, what's this? You know, everyone knows what's happening. So I don't want my gameplay stream that's supposed to be an escape for people to then become, let's just talk about this all day. And I tell my viewers right up front, I'm okay if we want to talk about it, but understand I'm not going to personally derail my stream talking about it the whole stream. If we want to touch upon it once or twice during the gameplay, great. But please, let's not have giant discussions half of my stream about it, because there are people who are just trying to chill out. And if you come to a stream, you start hearing about it.
Talk about the game or get banned.
Yeah, I love how he like talks like he has control over his chat, by the way, in any way. Like, yeah, I tell people just to not talk about it, and they kind of listen, you know? Like, he has zero control of what happens on his own stream. Zero. But,
stress out, right? It's the opposite of what you're going to a gameplay stream for.
So let me ask you this then. Like,
okay, hold on. Can't handle another one. Otopico in the house, big up, says, Phil works way too hard to have a middle-of-the-road fencing opinion. He hates taking aside from the DSP side. Bingo. Or
factual.
That's how JakeJames Lugo lives his life too.
Have you ever thought about maybe at one point doing something like that? Because I mean, every once in a while, like it's good, maybe one day or one stream to maybe at least have that, or at least I've seen some people at least engage in that type of stuff. But at least in your case, would you ever think about something like
stream?
That?
What was that again? Because you actually cut out when you said that.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
No, what I said is that did you ever think of it maybe at one point maybe having a stream where you do allow that type of talk like that, or maybe maybe not so much like an Ask the King type of video, because I know you put that up on one of your channels.
We just know the name.
Yeah,
Mailbag. Get the hell out of here.
Real fast, huh?
But like just a stream where you're just like, okay, let's just
talk Googled it.
Shit, the first interview is over an hour long. Holy fuck! If we do that one, we might have to cut out the Ask the King that night, because that's an hour of this shit. Ooh, that's tough.
What's going on right now? Let's just
I'm down if you're down. Always game.
Yeah.
Right.
Always game.
And you know what? What I do is every major stream that I do in the morning, I have a segment before we get to gameplay where we just talk. I actually do.
We just talk.
This every day to make sure that if we have hot topics or anyone wants to talk about stuff, we can get out of the way. So that way, when I get to gameplay, I still want to interact with my audience
every day, dude. It's like you don't watch the content or something. You should know this.
An hour of discussion. I love when he says discussion, where it's just him talking to the TV screen, and like a lot of people had interesting topics to talk about. No, you had interesting things that you wanted to fucking say.
But if there was any burning questions or anything that people wanted to talk about, we could get that out of the way beforehand, and that's really why I do that, so that we can focus on the games. But yeah, I would say Ask the King, which is my Q&A show, is coming up this week, and incidentally, I get the feeling I'm going to get a lot of questions on that show about worldwide pandemic and all kinds of stuff there. And that's really why I would try to at least hone in on a topic and give an intelligent answer. Yeah, it's very hard when you're trying to play a game to juggle that with an intelligent answer, especially when there's some people who are hanging out with you every day. Exactly. Imagine
multitasking. Yeah.
DSP is the only person I've ever seen that can't talk and play video games at the same time. It's incredible to me because there's like everybody in the world talks while they play video games at this point, whether it be to friends or people they're playing with, like whatever. Like, how difficult is it to just string a bunch of sentences together while you play a game? It's not. It's like, it's very basic, but DSP's incapable. It's astounding every time he addresses it.
And he said it's hard to make intelligent comments. Like what he's saying when he has a chance to think about it is like, you know, changing the world with his intelligence.
Oh, but yeah, he's got the big brain take, man. Come on. Don't sell him short now.
Yeah, it's very hard when you're trying to play
much for the engagement today.
Multitasking. Get ready for this.
A game to juggle that with an intelligent answer, especially when there's some people who are hanging out with you every day. Exactly. Imagine right now I'm playing Neo 2.
Wasn't a very good
difficult game.
I do not wish that on anybody because I had to write the guide on Neo for IGN and like that's tough.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah,
look at Jay. I write the guide for IGN. Is he an author for IGN? Oh God.
Is he? Is he somebody?
IGN. I'd write the guide for IGN. Totally suck.
That's more than DSP's doing, if you ask me. At least this guy's writing something.
I mean, here, let's check out the latest from JakeJames Lugo. Okay, so this is the JakeJames Lugo profile on IGN. He has one article, guides. Oh, so he wrote guides, but is this just? I mean, this seems like anyone could do this, right?
It kind of seems like it.
Is this a paid article? I both love and hate Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. As a fan of the anime and manga, I expected lots of intense action. What's represented as the final game of the Ultimate Ninja Storm series. And to its credit, Storm 4 delivers. Hype, dude. 5.5.
Very robust.
Oh, look. Scathing commentary. What's the final word? Naruto Shippuden's Ultimate Ninja Storm's strong combat is countered hard by poor AI and connection problems.
Real mixed bag.
Is this right? Is this paid or what are we thinking here? Because all this other shit is not for sure. Guides like event guides at Hogwarts Legacy. He's doing this 4 years ago. Hogwarts. What game is this? I don't even know what game this is.
This looks like a mobile game. You ask me.
Hogwarts Mystery. It's not even Hogwarts Legacy.
There's like a gem system with premium. Yeah, dude, look at how many currencies are on that screen grab there, dude. That's a mobile game.
Yeah,
come on.
This is definitely a free contributor style thing. I think I'm with you there. Big ups, dude. Big ups, JakeJames Lugo in the house. So it sounds like he's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I had to write the guide. Oh, not that. That's funny too, though, but not that. I had to write the guide means he just wanted to write the guide himself, I guess. I mean, all right, but
I had to write the guide on Neo for IGN, and like that's tough. Like,
that's tough, my God. Dude.
Yeah, you die with 1 to 2 hits for most of the game. Yeah, I really want to be now trying to give you an honest, intelligent, and mature answer about something serious when I'm getting slaughtered by these demons every 2 seconds. Exactly. So
that's crazy.
Following along with your question, the other half of the thing here is that during this whole pandemic, even though I've been incredibly lucky to, have this vest streak, as I call it, happen, as silly as it is, I don't want to be constantly talking about income and money because I realize I'm one of the luckier people on this planet. I get to work, I get to work from home while a lot of people are out of their jobs.
A lot of people sent home right now.
Exactly, and they can't make any money.
That's what he just said. God damn it, dude.
Thanks for that. Yep, thank you.
So how ridiculous.
Oh, looks like JakeJames would enjoy your figures too. Look behind him. Robust figures, dude.
Ooh.
Nice. What a gamer holding up his PlayStation controller.
Ridiculously selfish would it be for me to now be talking to people about money and you better step up and contribute? That'd be ridiculous.
I've seen that on some streams, and I think it sometimes could be very obnoxious. Like again, with different types of streamers out there that are doing that so blatantly out in the open. You've seen that a lot in like different news sources and stuff. I think that now a little bit of like reading the room could go a little bit further. With some
I wasn't a JakeJames hater before.
Yeah.
But I'm switching teams slowly.
Yeah. By the way, do not fucking troll JakeJames Lugo. We're watching his old shit. You know.
He right now is just
blah blah blah. Don't troll him. Let's just laugh at him now.
dealing with some shit.
Yeah. No ops. No, that's
ops,
cringe.
yeah.
Come on, guys.
For me, my philosophy when I stream
He's
these
probably
days
really fine.
He left us this gem that we can enjoy. Okay, so come on.
You know,
We could all learn some interview tips for sure. I mean, I'm learning a lot. What about you, Atlas? What are you learning?
Oh yeah, like I said, I'm feeling good, confident. I feel like I've got the skills.
Definitely.
been around the block. I've seen every aspect of raising funds while you're creating content. And
dude, okay, this is gonna be good. He's been around the block and seen all different kinds of ways for raising money for your content. All right.
Block, I've seen every aspect of raising funds while you're creating content. And for me, the most successful formula is do your thing, make something that's positive and fun. And as long as other people feel that what you're making is positive and fun, you're going to get that support. It's going to naturally come.
Yeah, this is what you keep in your mind, but that's not what you actually do. You know, he always says that, right? The thing I've always agreed to is if you make good content, the support will come. But, like, that never is what you follow, right?
Yeah, and he gets on stream and begs every single day instead, and then has the gall to tell you it's because people love what he does. It's like, no, it's because you make everybody feel bad and you pretend like you're going to be homeless if they don't.
Yeah, there's a lot of weak-minded people out there that somehow have been attracted to your style of content, or should I say berating them, and then you get them to pay money because you say, I might have to eat lunch meat sandwiches tomorrow. I mean, that's just what you say.
Harping on that is not going to help. In fact, a lot of times harping on, oh man, things are slow today. That's going to have the opposite effect. That's going to turn off your viewing audience. And especially during a worldwide pandemic when a lot of people do not have money.
That's an exact quote from him.
Yeah.
Doing that is just so off base from what you should be doing as a content.
It's so off base from what you should be doing.
Definitely. I think that, again, that's
definitely
very, very true.
I agree.
For a lot of, and I think that a lot of creators tend to forget that sometimes, especially getting caught up in the whole crazy flair of everything and stuff. But
I have no clue what that meant. Getting caught in the whole crazy flair of it? Is that what he said?
Just buzzwords. Just throw it at him. Move on.
Say
Who cares?
words.
I tend to forget that sometimes, especially getting caught up in the whole crazy flair of everything and stuff. But Phil, thank you so much for chatting up with me on this episode of Definitive Discussion. You know, it was always a trip because, again, we don't talk as much. Again, we haven't talked in like mad long.
Oh my God, he's acting like he's friend.
Mad long.
Yo, it's always a trip. We haven't talked in mad long. What?
I'm a different era, man. I'm telling you.
What the fuck?
And I think that a lot of creators tend to forget
always
that.
a trip when we get to hook up, when our paths cross.
Sometimes,
It's not
especially
good
getting
about you,
caught up
ALT.
in the...
It's always a trip.
It's always a trip, dude. Hey, what was the word again? Good game. And straight up.
whole crazy flair
Mad long.
and stuff. But Phil, thank you so much for chatting up with me on this episode of Definitive Discussion. You know, it was always a trip because, again, we don't talk as much. Again, we haven't talked in like mad long and stuff. So this is a cool treat for me and whatnot. But you're on the socials, right? Where can everybody find you?
Yeah, where can we find you?
At They Call Me DSP on Twitter. My Twitch account is twitch.tv/DarksidePhil. And on YouTube, youtube.com/DSPgaming.
So definitely go check that stuff out, guys. There'll be links in the description box below. Go send them some owl hugs if you're listening to this episode, because we like sending owl hugs to people just randomly, just because. Except for Squirtle Squad emotes and gifts and stuff. Right before, because I know me and you.
What the fuck was that?
Just because. Send them some owl hugs if you're listening to this episode, because we like sending owl hugs to people just randomly, just because. Except for Squirtle Squad emotes and gifts and stuff. Right before, because I know me and you are going to talk a little bit more on email, but right now, what is some
owl hugs, Squirt Squad? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Send some owl hugs.
Some other stuff that you're working on right now. Like what games are you streaming at the current moment that are coming up soon?
Oh, I am juggling currently Final Fantasy VII Remake, Neo 2, and I just started Banjo-Tooie. I'm doing a lot of what I consider more chill late-night streams, such as Animal Crossing, Minecraft, and Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. So a big variety of stuff.
Morrowind.
Yes. And coming up, my viewers, again, during another Viewer's Choice event poll, actually said I should play a game that I missed out on last year because I didn't really know much about the franchise, even though it's one of the biggest franchises that I believe Nintendo has right now, Fire Emblem.
Oh, you never played a Fire Emblem game? Oh, you're going to have so much fun.
Yeah. So that's going to be exciting. Anyways. Fire Emblem Three Houses. Yeah, Fire Emblem Three Houses is the next kind of game on my agenda. And then after that, there's so much else that's been going on. I believe that there's actually a Dragon Ball Z Kakarot DLC that covers Dragon Ball Super. That's going to be coming out this coming week. And there's a few odds and ends I've missed out on that I may be playing. But really, as a content creator, as I already said, it's kind of up in the air. We don't know what's going to happen in May. What games will really come out and what won't. So really, it's kind of more play it by ear and see what happens.
Yeah.
I tell you right now, you're gonna have a lot of fun with
There's
Fire.
infinite
You're gonna be
games
at
to
that for a
play. You'll
while.
find one.
Uh-huh. Well, how is the pandemic changing your game selections, Atlas? What was that? And again, I don't mean what games you're gonna play. I mean what games you might think about. But and again, I don't want to say that you like Pokemon or Animal Crossing. What do you think about that? That's like basically a question we've heard today. I mean,
let me put it that way. Like, so that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, put it that way.
Again,
put it that way. Put it that way.
Phil, thank you so much for chatting with
Thank
me
you,
on this
Phil.
episode, guys. Remember, check out.
Somehow there's 40 seconds left. When you hear, we just heard now, guys. We got 40 seconds left.
All the different episodes I have up on the channel right now. And don't forget to join up on my
EX
Patreon
mode.
page. $1 level or higher, you're going to get not only this bonus EX mode that I'm going to do with Phil very soon, but you're going to get all the other EX modes that I've done with all my guests up to this point, as well as a bunch of other great exclusive
EX
content that I have
modes?
on the channel. So definitely check all that stuff
The
out.
EX mode,
Leave
dude.
me a comment down below in the comment
Yeah,
section.
Frog
Like
Machine,
the video,
where's the
subscribe to the
EX
channel.
mode?
If you
Come
Frog
on,
Machine, we got
man.
the EX mode.
love this episode.
You're fumbling.
With that being said, we will talk to all of you again very soon. Peace out and stay epic, everybody.
Stay epic, everybody. Cringe. All right, 15 seconds left. Here's the
Jesus.
outro. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. We need this. Yeah. Stay epic, gamers. Straight up. Mad Long. Owl Hugs. Squirtle Squad. All the buzzwords. All right. Want to hear an example real quick? It's less than 5 minutes of how Phil doesn't bring the financial stuff into his content. I think we all need a little reminder how not to do that. you
Yeah.
know? Might as well.
We were short on field trips today, so
Yeah.
I'm
I
here
only
for
got to
it.
stream like half of my stream because this was going on. I would appreciate any kind of support tonight, whether it be likes on the stream, super chats, memberships, tips. Particularly, memberships, tips would be great. We were making actually good strides on the earlier stream. With the members, we actually jumped up a few.
Whoa.
And I think honestly we were getting there, like we were getting closer to hitting the tip skull, the tier 1 tip skull that is, and then 2 hours gone of streaming. And I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do now? This sucks, right?
What?
So if you
What's
could
supposed to
support the stream
do?
tonight, I would really, really appreciate it. Anything is appreciated. I'm not going to be talking about it all night.
Okay.
But if you could help me out
got
tonight with
that.
support, that would be
All right,
nice.
so don't worry, guys.
That
He's not
sounds
going to
good.
talk about it all night. So this should be the end. It's not going to be talking about it all night. I mean, he promised it, so
So that way, it's not an issue where yesterday was a slow day, but it was an expectedly slow day because of the react show and because of Starfield. Today was not supposed to be. Today I was supposed to have, a full stream that did not
Amazing.
happen. It only half happened.
Oh,
That
how
was
are
out
we
of my
still talking
control.
about
And
this?
I don't know how this stream's gonna go. It sucks.
sucks.
So
It sucks, though.
yeah, if you could support tonight, please do.
Big ups to Topo.
I'm not gonna
Don't
bring
cry
it up
for
all
me,
night.
Argentina.
All right.
Absolutely.
Thank you to the anonymous $3 tipper. First tip of the night. I appreciate that. Again, I'm trying to make up for the fact that I missed half of my first stream, which really sucked.
God.
And I'm hoping to not have any issues tonight with the internet. I hope we will not have that problem.
Definitely. I hope not.
So if you could support the stream tonight, guys, thank you. Again,
not gonna
memberships
talk
and
about it
tips
all
would be
night,
the two
though. Don't
best
worry.
ways to do that if you could.
Don't worry.
What loadout do I have? Not to harp on it. If you could help me tonight.
I like that. That's the transition. You see, the transition is just pizza eating. Big ups too. Super crazy for this video. I'll find it next.
If you could help me tonight, I would appreciate it. Any contributions, it would be great. I didn't even hit my goals earlier today because I could only stream for an hour of
Holy
gameplay
shit,
because of the
man.
bullshit.
The stream started 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Third mention.
We're
We're not talking about it all night though. Don't worry.
10 minutes between each one that's egregious, dude.
It would be great to help make up for that tonight. If you could help me out, I would appreciate that. Thank you. Jade, good to see you here
Please, thank
tonight.
you.
I'm
Big
glad
up,
that you're
Jade.
here. I got a $2 tip from Reginald. Thank you for doing a second run of Call of Duty. Unfair what happened earlier today. Hope all is well. Thank you to Reginald, and thank you to Lil Shake and Bake for those tips. Appreciate
What
that.
are we up to? Hell yeah.
And again, guys, yes, if you can help me tonight with either memberships
Oh my god.
or
15
Oh my
minutes.
God.
that would be great. I didn't even get to hit the tier 1 tips goal. We were on
Oh
pace
my
to do
God,
it, and then
this
I've
is
lost
one
2
stream, by
hours
the way,
of streaming
everybody.
earlier
Remember
today.
this.
So anything you could do to help tonight would be great, but tips
Nice.
would be
This
great.
is
and memberships
45
would be
minutes of
great.
the stream.
Barrel Shroud, re-upping his membership for 25 months. 672, save my son from falling into a well. Big ups. There you go.
Big ups, dude.
Big ups.
Don't give a fuck.
Thank you to Kathleen, who just became a member.
Big up, Kathleen.
I appreciate that, Kathleen. Thank you for joining here tonight.
Really appreciate that.
I'll just remind everyone again,
earlier.
if you can support the stream tonight in some way, please do.
My God.
Yeah,
Not
today is
talk
sadly
about
not
all
turning
night,
out to be a
guys.
very great day because of the bullshit earlier. Like the
about all night.
earlier stream, I was doing really well, and then everything got held up by the internet being messed up. And you know, I'm trying to make up for it tonight. So anything tonight. Oh, wait a minute, I want to change my build. Anything
gonna do
tonight
it
will be
all night,
appreciated.
Don't worry.
Super chats, memberships, tips, everything. But yeah, particularly, I didn't even hit the tier 1 tips goal earlier because of this. It would be great to get some tips or members.
Is that the 4th time we mentioned that? Literally in an hour and a half. Holy fuck,
Yes.
man.
Yeah.
Ships tonight? If you could, guys, please.
Yes.
And thank you.
Please.
All right, now. So, guys, I'm playing for about another 45 minutes to an hour. It really depends. I want to go a little later tonight because I didn't get enough gameplay in earlier because of the fucking bullshit internet issues.
This is amazing.
So I will try to go a little later
24
tonight.
minutes later.
But again, it would be
Back
appreciated
at
to
it.
support the stream. As you can see, I'm basically getting screwed over today.
I'm getting screwed over, guys.
Because earlier the stream was going fine, and then I couldn't stream for 2 hours. So if you like the content, or if you just want to help out and support right now because of the bullshit earlier, I would appreciate it. Right now, it's been pretty fucking dead, so it kind of sucks.
And secure their tags.
I need that money. I really do. I need that money. Oh my God! Did you see the kick? Did you see the kick? Wow. No, I know there's a lot of viewers here tonight, but you know the reason. Reason number one is because all the drama earlier with me having my internet out. So people wanted to tune in and see if it would hold up tonight. And then number two, because as you can see, it's a very low support night. So people want to come here to try to basically be dicks and laugh and revel in the fact that it's a low support night.
That's what we're all here for. Yep, you're right about that.
I mean, that is what we're here for right now, isn't it? Got called out, dunked on.
Because I lost my internet earlier when I was supposed to be playing that.
That's undebunkable because it's true.
And I lost 2 hours when people were here to see it.
When he accidentally totally gets me. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Of people who would support it. And then tonight, people probably wanted to watch Like a Dragon Gaiden, but I wanted to make up for that, you know, and say I at least want to play what I had promised earlier. You know, Like a Dragon Gaiden, there's no way we're beating it soon anyway, so it's not really a big deal.
Everyone's, we're all.
But that's what it is, you know. Why else would there be over 500 people on a random night stream? Why do you think?
Yeah. Oh, what a day. It's been slow. Did you hit...
Fuck.
Yes, let's end with that. Play. Oh, I missed. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. We got to give the people.
But that's what it is. Saying.
There we go.
Get fuck.
Yeah. Hell yeah. All right, my friends. That'll do it. What a day. I got to get this outro.
Oh my
ready.
God.
I'm gonna get the outro ready though. I'm gonna tee this up. You know, I gotta end my streams like the venomous fat man. All right. Anyways, it's ready. You're all legends. Thanks for watching. You know where Atlas is. You know what he does. Videos basically every day. He floods your inbox. You could say that, right, Atlas? Would you?
I try to. I try
Yes.
my best.
He's gonna flood your inboxes all the time, every day. And also, he's streaming now. I know you streamed today, becoming more of a live streamer. People are appreciating it. A lot of people are telling me they appreciate it. So, big ups on that, dude. Who's your choice for the Super Bowl sports game?
I'm gonna go with the San Francisco because I forgot who the other team was that was in it.
There you go. You heard it here first. Place your bets. Atlas says San Francisco is going to take it. You're all legends, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. For that being said, with Ann Lee to go over the Super Bowl event, which is, I don't even know how it went, so can't tell you if it's going to be hype or not. But you're all legends. Bye.
Bye.
But with that being said, we will talk to all of you again very soon. Peace out and stay epic, everybody.